Hello everybody, welcome to the Weekend's End with me, and hopefully eventually Psydoc, who got confused last week when I said, hey, I'm pushing it back to 9:30 because I made dinner and I want to eat it without rushing, as now we start at 9:30, so typical for the duck to be late. Yeah, mad duck, all ducks are late. Unfortunately, I think we hit the end of the line for Powerwash Sim. I think this is the last currently available map or mission. I know the release is coming pretty soon, so when that comes out, hopefully there'll be more. Maybe they'll do some tweaks and we can go through some of the maps that they changed. But yeah, I mean, we got to figure out something nice and relaxing to do next. You know, he's been playing Car Mechanic Simulator, and I was like, you know what, that would be a pretty chill game to have like 1 to 4 people just kind of working on a car together. Because sometimes it's like weird, I gotta go into the engine, so I gotta take off 500 bolts. Well, I'll do the wheels while you do that. That would be pretty cool. If there is a modding scene for this, then we can push it on. But for tonight, I forgot even to look into that, so we'll check that out. We do have something randomly lined up tonight. Not really sure if how chill it will be, because it's a little bit weird, but we'll find out. But for now, I don't really want to start without Psydoc being here. He did say he's on the way. He did say 9:30. I said no. I said last week only. If any of you have a nice, chill, relaxing game you would suggest that, you know, no time limits and nothing to worry about when it comes to like, you know, high-end stress stuff, something you can just come in, zone out, listen to lo-fi with, that's multi-co-op, that'd be really great. So feel free to send suggestions. I suggest something like Farming Sim, but that's already covered, and it's anything besides like chill. I've seen the clips. Woo. Maybe we'll have Psydoc do some Theme Hospital. I guess not Theme Hospital. Project? I think it's called Theme Hospital. What's that new hospital one? Cooking would be cool. I bet there's a couple cooking games. Not the one you guys are playing. That overly loud screaming at werewolves and throwing hearts of a dead child. Oh, Cookout? Well, we'll look into it. Something that can last a few hours and kind of go by and share that time with everybody. Oh, I get you. I was looking into playing it, but I couldn't. I don't want to be in that group. No offense to anyone there. I'm glad everyone's having fun, but I don't do well with people doing terrible accents. I like to enjoy people, not their gimmick. I am scared of that game, Mad. I do have VR. My partner and a lot of people in the Legion are masters of that. The mini pics too? You can just tweet at us on Twitter. If you don't do Twitter, then it's just wbpl76@gmail.com or business@wbpl.com or questions@wbpl76.com. I mean, we actually have the domain wbpl76.com. I just don't know how to make a website. So that'll come later. That'll probably be the hub for pretty much everything Black Pants Legion related and WBPL related in the future when we find some website designers, because that's not me. Oh yeah, don't do VR if you have only one eye to use. That just would be dizzy. Alright, I'll check them out. But now it's like, yeah, I'll run in. I'll probably start the mission, just 'cause I don't know how long it'll take. But since it is probably the last mission, probably. I haven't done this one. I don't know if I think he has maybe, but we got this one last, and then we're going to try to make it last. When it's done, we have an idea. Well, slap my ass and call me something from Wide Tom's Bean House. He's still on his mobile, so I don't know where Psydoc is currently. So we're just kind of shooting some shit here. Sorry if I'm, it's not going to be that entertaining for a little while, because I don't want to start without him too badly. But we got a Bree Strobe from the recreational grounds, another person. We cleaned this last time, and then we cleaned this thing next here, the carousel. Allow me to introduce Transmaster, the world's first techno Ferris wheel. We're going to be powering it with our epic 10,000 watt generator we had in the garage from the old rave days. And it'll sync up to a change in tempo with every bang and tune. It's going to be mega. When the breakbeats kick in, it'll actually go bananas. That's scary. Got the old generator hooked up currently, so feel free to turn it on if you need a bit of rotation action. But we'll hook up the rave generator once you're done. Bring it. And they messaged me originally with the, is this number the Powerwash? Any chance we get you back down to the carnival? Our festival is getting super spicy. Yeah, only a 10,000 watt generator. It has. I don't think Lawnmower Sim has multiplayer. If you can look that, if someone can confirm that, then we'll get into it. But currently, I'm not sure. Okay, there's the thing that sends me to the other dimension, so we're gonna stay away from that. Just gonna take a look around for, you know, hidden gnomes or anything. There's a power. Harbor Freight sells those. We cleaned this one last time, then this one. There's our nice van. I wonder if the gnome's on top of one of those. Whoa, what is that? Is that the volcano? Yeah, the volcano seems to be somewhat erupting this map. Now you go to the shadow room, we have the static emote. Yes, we do. By the way, if any of you are, you know, animated makers out there, hit us up. I would like to get those animated slots filled with something, because it's hard to find someone who can do good gifts. May pay for good work. Well, actually, we'll pay for good work for sure. But don't want to go out there to like the 28 graphic designer, emote designer guys that followed us on Twitter because they only followed for that reason. Yeah, can't find them gnome anywhere. Aha! Got you, you little gnome guy. Oh, he's a little clown gnome. I'm afraid to pick up anything since I know what the other dimension feels like in its pain. He doesn't even slide, I know. Pressure wash face into the thing. So I want to, I really want to, but I can't. This is the last mission and I don't want to. Oh, here's the old generator. Man, I'm really trying to sort out some heavy motivational tunes for you, but the rave generator is playing up.
Dex.
Hey, welcome back.
Hi. You gotta let me in.
I'm letting you in now.
You gotta let me in.
We got 20 bits saying you found Gnome Chomsky from Goon Station. We have been playing a lot of SS13 recently, so that's a good reference.
You have been?
I have been. Me and Hattenberg have been going on Volp a little bit here and there, plus around on the BPL 13 server. But I decided I just was running around. I wasn't going to start without you. This is the last mission. Welcome, everybody.
How about that?
Welcome, Psydoc of the Black Pants Legion.
It is Psydoc.
It is, or it might not be. You don't know.
I think it's Psydoc. I think it's me.
Hey,
Happy birthday.
it's not my birthday.
Happy birthday.
I hate you.
Hate you too.
That's rude.
You technically did start without me.
I did a little piece because I wanted to see what. Oh wow! Okay, we got a gift sub from Night Clerk to FS Hammersmith. Thank you, Night Clerk. You're just on a streak. Every time we go live, you're just like, throw another one out.
Well, thank you. That's very kind.
Just
I'm
make
gonna
sure,
use.
Just make sure you're not hurting yourself in any way.
Do not sacrifice yourself. I'm gonna just spray this
Unless
large
for the
electrical
perimeter.
generator.
Yeah, do that one. They were just talking about a 10,000 watt generator they were going to replace that one with. So the Ferris wheel spins at the sound of a beat, like a rave. Does that sound smart?
No, I don't think so.
Thank you so much again, Night Clerk, for all your support.
Very kind.
You're really supportive. And a really good guy. Always good to see you in chat.
It's a pleasure.
So how was your day so far, Psydoc?
Well, once I figured out the streaming schedule, no, it's been a good day. Busy but good.
You know what? Busy helps the days go by.
Productive. We'll just say productive too. How about yourself?
Hey, just parkour up there. It was a pretty okay day. Made breakfast for Gummy before she woke up, and then I screwed up the eggs so that she had to finish her own eggs because I only got one good one out before she was awake and realized what was going on. But overall, a ton of bacon, some hash browns.
I saw the hash browns.
Yeah. They were okay. I break mine up into pieces after I patted them.
Was that your last resort?
Yep. Suffocation. Don't worry there. Mad Duck, which is another duck, has two 7 kilowatt generators for my sound system. That's not even the big one. Hey, you know what? You don't need a lot to turn a Ferris wheel, I'm sure. Right?
I don't know.
Or, you don't know? God, I thought I brought
I don't know.
carnival.
I mean, you might know.
I'm a clown, so I may know. Quintenio, good to see you. Pistol. Tora, hey. My hash browns being better home fries or fried grated potatoes? Well, these are just shredded up potatoes.
Compressed patty.
Compressed patty. So slightly better home fries? I don't know. When it comes to potato meals, I am firmly in the best potato meal for like potato snacking is definitely the waffle or crisp cut fry because it's just good for dipping everything. But then mashed potatoes. I don't like tater tots.
I've yet to have a well-made tater tot.
It is not good. It's not easy to make trash good. Hee hee hee. Lies. I knew someone would disagree.
I've also never had waffle fries.
They're really good. Like, so, you know how, like, you ever had super nachos? Where it's like...
Nope.
Oh, so super nachos, like, you throw in carne asada, like, so steak and guac, pico, sour cream, cheese on, like, a whole bunch of nachos. So you have, like, a decent nacho tray, right?
Yes, I've had that, yes.
Okay, so there's also this thing called carne asada fries, or super fries, where it's the same thing except you swap out the nachos for fries, like any kind of fries. And by itself, that's pretty delicious. You can add whatever you want to it, either chicken or just use the carne asada or maybe jalapenos for like kick. But I was thinking, like, what if they could get the best of both worlds if they just use waffle fries or crisp cut fries instead of the nachos? Because it's the same shape, it scoops well, and it covers like all the
copyright digs to you.
Yeah, that's, by the way, anything you said on the stream is copyright digs to you.
Well, Anything? Wow, man.
Obviously, I mean.
Well, Mr. Station Manager over here.
You know,
I didn't sign that contract.
No one has to sign nothing. It's implied when you go live. Is that? I don't know if that holds up in court, but we'll see.
I do not think that holds up in any court.
Hey, lawyers out there.
I mean, I guess you could technically say by the fact you said it, if I don't leave, I'm giving implied consent.
Nope, we got $100 from another duck. It says,
what?
Today I learned that 90-foot Ferris wheel with about 14 kilowatts before lighting. Oh, wow. I wonder if there's a... That's pretty good. I mean, it's just one
100
motor.
bits. Okay.
What do you think about $100?
You said $100.
Oh,
like
God.
$100. Like, what?
You know what? We had that recently. That was a bit too much, guys. Relax. Just relax. Just enjoy the show.
I appreciate that, but... My God.
I shouldn't be picking this thing up anymore. It's always a bad time.
Yeah, I think that.
I didn't say anything. Sand dollars. $100.
Sand dollars?
Sand dollars. Yeah, I meant the spice must flow dollars.
Shy $100.
Shy $100.
Apology.
I think that's what they said, right? Lame. Oh. So, I mean, I think it's become tradition at this point where I don't even gotta mention this tradition. So you tell me, Psydoc.
What was good in your week this week, Diggs?
Whoa! I got cut off.
You did because I knew it was coming.
He knew it was coming. He came in here ready to do the reversal. He pulled out his Uno reversal.
I did the reversal. I wish it was legally binding.
Yeah, no. Reversal. So where are you up? Where are you at spraying?
You have to come find me.
I hear spray going on. Oh, there you go. Oh, that's pretty smart.
Yeah. I almost kind of wish it rotated a bit faster now that we mention it.
I'm not banning nobody. I'm just saying, like, be smart. Be smarter than your money than throwing it retardation like this.
Oh, no one's being banned for it. It's just a friendly reminder, like, hey.
Listen, this is the way I look at it. I spend money on dumb shit all the time. Wanna know why? Because I made that money. I deserve to spend my money the way I want to spend my money. So at the end of the day, if someone says, wow, that was the biggest waste of money I ever did, it's like, if I don't agree with it,
it's not a waste.
It's not a waste, especially if it's a hobby or supporting like an artist or independent dreamers or anything like that. You made the money, you can spend it how you want. However you got the money is not our concern. If you didn't make the money and you're spending it, then hell yeah, I guess, don't tell us that. But
suffice to say, donate within your means,
yes,
if you wish to.
Yeah, exactly. You're not going to get in trouble for supporting us. We're just going to we're just going to hit you with a why. I'm sure you could buy a lot of barbecue for $100, or maybe some really good sushi at a high-end place, or I don't know, take Psydoc out to the carnival. I mean, if you work at the carnival, is it even fun anymore?
Oh God! I used to work at an internet gaming cafe, and no.
Really?
Yep.
How was that?
It's where I got the perfectly reasonable hatred for Dota or any of those games.
Oh my God, yes.
I despised it. So.
An unnecessary need of hatred is definitely funny. Last of my bits for the boys. You know what, Chief? You didn't need to do that. Thank you so much for the support. The bits are raining. We gotta do something cool. I was watching a couple other streams, like my good friend Pea Soup and another guy named Badjo, and they have some really cool things they do for bits. Like, I'm gonna show you after the stream tonight. I kind of want to steal his idea because it's so cool, but I don't think I can get his production value. But I think it'd be really cool if like stuff happened when people donated bits, like more than just hey, thanks for the blah blah blah, you know.
What you
Update
think?
on. So he has this thing where, like, based on the exact number of bits you give, which is low amounts, like 1 to like whatever, it'll do some kind of like overlaid type video thing that we can put together. Like maybe if they pay enough, they can get like a impromptu Tom's Beanhouse commercial or other random clips and stuff or weird effect. Like I said, I'll talk to you more about it after stream. I don't want to get into it here. I kind of want to go back.
You'll get
Oh,
text
they
to
do
say
that?
no.
Yeah.
Fuck you.
Well, I don't watch a ton of streamers. I just stumbled across a few that did do it, and I was just like, oh, that's really cool. You know, it makes it feel like you affected the stream more than just helping the streamer. I mean, some people, maybe there's an option to say, I don't want anything for this, like if you go anonymous or something. I don't know. I just feel bad sometimes because you guys come in and show your support, and the best we can do is be like, hey, we appreciate it. It's like, I mean, having a graphic or a big fart noise. I mean, that we would do the fart noise. What am I talking about? We're the best stream ever. We got a fart noise. It's really cool. Okay, sweet.
I mean, we
Digs,
could always
check out
get something
episode
that
I will do that.
programs of credits at the end, I guess.
So Powerwash Simulator is my drug as well. I'm just afraid that we're about to run out of drugs.
Oh, we are. But we have a backup plan.
We have a terrible backup plan.
It is perhaps not the opposite of relaxing.
It's relaxing. You just gotta stop looking at it as like what it could be and what it is. Like we're just watching stuff.
I see. Yes.
So all of you probably have like heard of this. I'm not gonna
Nope,
spoil,
don't spoil it.
Yeah, I'm not gonna
Nope,
spoil it.
nope,
You guys, I
huge
hope
man.
you enjoy that when we finish this thing, which we're in no rush to do. We're taking our time. When we finish this last mission, if there are no more missions, we'll have to shelve this game until the actual release comes out, which is very soon. And they rehashed a few of the maps, so we'll have like a list of things we can go back and do, so we can get more out of it. Whatever maps they released after that, I think we're going to be doing a train. Yeah, they showed a locomotive. That's going to be a good clean, and all that. Hey, and it is. And it is 46. Good to see you. Misplaced Quasar. Hey, buddy. Stratagems. This week in Bear Shell while helping y'all. Yes, yes, yes.
We'll get a Legionnaire to send you a rant about their current topic of interest.
That would be really funny.
It could be.
Ken, can you tell me the thing that bothered you?
Okay, so for people who don't know Mr. Canute, he
was on a... Yeah, you were there. No, were you? No, it wasn't. We played Streets of Rogue a couple weekends ago, or a couple random roguelikes on Tuesdays, a couple Tuesdays ago, with Canute and Man of Good Science. So some of you might have recognized the name Canute.
there you go.
But as who he is in the Legion is very much a funny... He's dead. Just all power wash his body off the bottom.
Diggs, something's on fire out there.
It's okay. He'll come back.
The volcano. The volcano's about to
I
erupt.
was saying that earlier. I'm like, it's the first time I've seen the volcano active in this game.
I started talking about Newt, and suddenly the volcano's on fire.
Oh no, dude's the volcano god confirmed.
So, Newt rages between some of the most random person to literally one of the funniest jokesters. Like, he has some
So
really
good.
killer jokes. Other times it's just like, dad jokes. But then it's like, damn, that was actually quality humor.
He is very witty, and he has such a personality and humor about it that he gets away with like the worst jokes being funny. All of you must have a friend that's like that. You're just like, oh god, no. And then when they do it, you're like, why am I laughing?
Shouldn't be laughing, but damn it.
Yeah.
All in all,
Oh, look at these guys are starting before we even started. We got
look at all the
Spara
Zorg
coming
flaming
in.
anus eye.
Yeah, the Zorg anus burning bright, allowing everyone to come burn with it.
Oh, say can you?
Let me see. I gotta scroll up a second. Don't want to miss anything.
I don't want to close my
The
eyes.
Nuke Wilson side after. Okay, Mad Duck came out and said,
I'm at it.
update on wholesomeness from my side. After an absolute horror week, I got a day off, ate breakfast, had coffee, played the bass. I also played
Ooh.
the bass.
Play the
And-
bass.
Bass. Stop in
Yep,
the
pass.
bath. Came home and took a great
Pass.
nap with the wife. You know I love naps with my partner. And then we end up sleeping the whole day away because we don't know what nap means. Let's see. Jack, I wrote down Epovox. Thank you, Velcron. It's really cool. Hopefully I can provide the next 6 days where I can expect to log out 75 hours between 2 jobs plus driving. I'm happy the same next week. Ooh, it's a lot of time.
It's a lot of work there, but
Base. Who needs a rant? Dream of the troll. I rant for about hours about audio myths.
oh, and Diggs, I still remember that you didn't say what was good about your week.
Oh, don't worry
I mean,
about
you've
that.
already said a great thing about having breakfast with Gummy.
We'll get to that.
I
Spara
see.
said, nice thing from this week, our local comic convention has been reborn. It will begin in July of 2023. It'll be fun. Youngstown Comic Con lives. Heck yeah, man. It's good to see the cons coming back.
Where's Youngstown?
I'm not going to ask for his personal information on stream.
You just said Youngstown.
Yeah, but there's probably a million Youngstown. Let's not dox the guy. If he was like Youngstown in New Jersey, Wisconsin, like, I don't know.
Oh, right, yes. The USA, the land of we're going to reuse the same damn city multiple
We
times.
have to. We're out of places to call home.
Rudy, oh, we haven't done that in so long. And
hey,
yes,
Diggs,
we did that. I agree.
Hey, Psydoc Diggs, what is a pirate's favorite letter?
Arr.
Nice. We did it. It's probably G for gold, and we just jumped the gun.
Whatever he wants to be, because the pirate still has the right to
It
consent.
was a
to what he
pirate's life for me.
wants. The first unions. They're the first ones that actually have like supposed health insurance and protection.
Well, they did regulate for a long time. Like, they were the only...
Because otherwise you'd be
bargaining
shot.
chip. Well, I mean, because back in the day, they didn't have, like, state laws and, like, labor laws. So you can literally just be like, no, you don't get anything besides the money. We can choose to withhold your pay. So the unions were just a whole bunch of people who were like, you know what? They can't work without us. We have the power here. And there's not enough people to replace us. So now we'll kind of come together and make sure that they can't get away with treating us like trash.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, that starts entering a unique relationship. And like all things, it's always a fine balance, right?
It is.
Yeah, but Diggs, what was good part of your week?
My week
I'm not
was-
giving up on this.
Oh my god. Everyone out there, just let you know, on one of the traditions of being on the weekend's end is kind of reflect back on your entire week since the last time we talked and share one good or exciting or fun or something you can just appreciate that happened from your week, so we don't sit there and stir in our bad memories. We want
And
to
our juices.
in our juice. We don't want to like simmer and think about the bad. Well, I want you to force yourself to say, you know what? Here's what I did, and I'm proud of it. You know what I did? I ran some D&D on Thursday. That was completely off the top of my head. We're like, hey, whoa, we got a subscribe. Grumpy Muck with his tier 2. So Red Mage from the Legion, with his tier 2 sub for his second month. He is one of the very few that has a top hat on his pants.
Yes.
Is on his little undies. They're now sticky.
And from Manitoba, dear. Yep.
Man from Manitoba.
He's actually not from there. But
I don't know. I'm not gonna dox.
don't worry, it's Canada. We
It's
apparently
big enough. It's
don't-
big enough.
it's big enough, and we're cold.
Big and cold. Thank you so much for the support, Red. We'll have to get Red on here.
Yes,
soon.
thank you, Red.
Red has a lot of weird habits and plays some decent games. You can probably get him to do something. I don't know about his internet speed, but he can co-host. Red, maybe one of these random roguelikes if you don't hate roguelikes.
Quit his 65-hour job, starting with 45 hours. Finally, time to sleep. My God.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, brother.
Good
Hates most.
choice for your life.
Wait, a new job available.
What?
Hey, we got more shit to do.
What?
Caldera Transfer Networks offer exciting pressure wash situations. I don't know. That's what it told us. Now we have more work to do. I guess we don't gotta do this ultra secret fun thing we were probably gonna do after we run out of work.
It depends on the time.
We have plenty of time, and we got
have
many weeks in the future. All right, Stryker. All right, Stryker decided to say that
Hi, Striker.
I can finally share this. The D&D podcast I just listened to had their 100th episode. We do a listening party with the cast each episode. Just say when there's pretty much everyone was there. We got server members that congratulate the cast. Also, our collab was revealed. A big hurrah! It was a lot of fun. You know what? You keep talking about that thing. I hope that you're able to tell me. I don't know what your dibs in. Dibs in is for like put my name in the game. Fine. This pressure washer is named Red Mage now.
So, is that the one with the slime cat, Striker? There's a cat slime thing.
I did not.
Ah, it is. Good.
Yeah, number quit is
Striker, when I was being
65 hours, pretty much last. Yes, he did say that. That is the one.
Cool.
So apparently you know more than I do. So tell me about the podcast.
I know nothing except for there's a whole bunch of characters and there's a gelatinous cube cat thing.
Is that a player or is it like a pet?
I have no clue. I'm assuming pet. Because playing a gelatinous cube would be tough.
You know what? It's not. They came out with a supplement for 5th edition called Anime 5e. I know it sounds terrible, but one of the classes in that is a sentient slime. Or one of the races in that sentient slime.
Oh, okay. I like what you're saying, but it's traditional gelatinous cube style, but just formed in the shape of a cat. Because it's got the skeleton of a cat inside of it.
So it can't digest bones? That's not a very
I
good
don't
gelatinous
know.
cube.
You know what? Ask Striker.
I'm not asking Striker. I'm asking
You should ask Striker.
I want from the store.
I saw
Strikers.
one picture of this. The fact I'm remembering it at all is...
All right. Let's take a moment to stretch, and we'll read some of the chat.
I thought you were going to give me a moment of what happened good to you this week. Why is this so difficult?
I already
Did you not
told
have anything good?
What is this? Psydoc XC is evolving. Press B to stop Psydoc
Bam,
from
bam,
evolving.
bam, 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 bam.
Beep, 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 beep.
Fat and old.
2 months of farts. Yeah, Mad Duck. So for me, okay, my week has been strange. All right, Pistol, let's read it. Got my lost property claims. The jackass down the road had to call the police twice and was waiting for some shenanigans tonight, but loving the stream and needed it. Okay, cool. What up, dudes? Hey, guys. Remember, as for me, like I said, I had a really good D&D game on Thursday where...
All right, you did say that.
It was the first game that I didn't actually plan for because I was so caught up with other things, working on projects around the house, WBPL and all that, and just kind of enjoying my little vacation here. And it actually went pretty well. I had to make up everything on the fly, what they were fighting, what they were doing there, trying to hold them off until I can get the main campaign set up because I'm still working on some maps for the main city and area. But
Right
everyone
on.
had it was one of the first time in a while that my group was usually when it's all right, thanks for running by, and everyone disappears. I like when the group is so into it or so caught, oh god, yeah, whatever, that we end up staying and wanting to talk and start theory crafting. The true engagement is when they don't want to leave immediately and go do other things because they're still in the moment. That was nice. I haven't got that in a while. Other than that, I just been spending a lot of time with my partner. She's been working real hard. We're trying to plan a vacation to go see the family soon. Now that we don't have to worry about both of our vacations. We haven't seen our families in pretty much over a year at this point. Outside of my mom coming out for a bit for surgery.
How's she
her
doing?
family. She is. She had back surgery, so the pain is immense, but it's getting better. She crashed her car for the second time this year. She keeps relying on the backup cam, and it fails her or something, and once she backed into a fire hydrant. She was in the car with 2 other people, and they were all looking at the little backup screen, and it could not see the fire hydrant, and they just backed right into it, just crunching the bag. And then the second time I heard is she was trying to pull out past someone, and someone backed up, and it kind of crunched scratched up the side of her whole car when they stopped. So she's just know, she's stressed out. She's at that age where every time there's an inconvenience, she's like, I just want to die. Just kill me. And I'm like, Ma, stop.
Yeah.
But, you know, the home life is good. Fig's good.
Yeah.
Yeah. Let's see here. No Good Kitty is a mascot. They're sending a slime race to Spelljammer too. Nice. Took the whole week off since last Friday because of pent-up stuff there. Time for me to come back. It's been, you know what? You gotta take time off from work, especially if you leave work and it's all you can think about for, like, you notice that everything when you're home you're still thinking about work. It's time to take a vacation. A couple extra days to a week. Go do something that makes your life not only work. You want to leave work at work. Especially, I mean, this is also a case-by-case based on your job basis. Sometimes you can't. Sometimes that's not okay. But usually, the second you clock out, you should be able to cut off completely or separate work life. That balance is necessary. But like I said, not all occupations may apply to this. Especially if, like, you're on call or a doctor or something like that. I said a doctor, not Psydoc.
Oh, yeah, the quack. You're right. I'm actually cherishing this period of time where I don't have global responsibility. I have some, but not the ultimate call.
Good. I don't know if the balance is right. If the audio is good, I can hear Psydoc and myself fine. Like, let us know. They put me in charge of loading and dock at work. It's more money, and I'm now on first-name basis with local cops. We give each other food when it comes to deal with insane... Ooh. Okay. Hell yeah. It's good to know your local police. It makes your life easier, and it makes you feel less like... I don't know, when I get pulled over for whatever reason, I'm like, my heart's racing. Like, I never have a good answer. I never feel great. I'm not, like, feeling endangered or threatened or anything. I just... know that if I screwed up and got caught, I'm getting caught. So if I like ever get a cop that I knew, like I got pulled over from an old high school buddy, he gave me the let me off with a warning, of course, which was nice, but it was good catching up. But knowing your local police and stuff is nice. I might go to back Operation Science. All right, enjoy the stream, Cake Boss. Jack, good to see you. Have a good night. Run events for RPG cons every calendar. Me at work is a dead fish. Yeah.
Peace.
I was too.
I think you were the exact opposite of dead fish, Dix, considering how successful you are.
Was. You can't measure success when you're no longer on the job.
I disagree.
Your disagreement is noted.
Scientist is no less of a scientist once they receive the Nobel Prize.
I play a Yamaha, and it was a gift from my good friend Sir Hat of Canium and in part of the Legion. He sent it to me for my birthday, along with some other a customized Digs rocker outfit, which was a picture of my Digs icon, but with cool shades on, and the base in its hands drawn by Zenith, though they worked together for that, and gave me 2 shirts with that design on it. And then also some furry padding for like Viking outfit, I guess, which my cat sleeps on, and one of the world's oldest Viking, like world's oldest board or chess game like things, like a board game.
Oh, like what do they call it? It's really you.
I can't remember it.
Oh.
I mean, I have it like right in the other room. I just don't want to go get it right now.
It's really, really old.
My bass is a 4-string, but I do have a 5-string Jackson guitar, which I do love as well. I haven't really put a lot of time in the Jackson because I'm more interested in bass. Downside with bass is it's usually a instrument that's played along with drums, so I usually have to bring up a drum beat to like kind of jam. When with the guitar, I can just kind of free range it pretty good because you could showboat with a guitar. But I do love the bass.
Hey.
Oi. Hansa Fattel? What? Hey, Nick Jack.
Nickajack? Hey, Nickajack. Nickajack's a man that does not believe that Canada exists. He's probably not wrong.
If it does exist, I don't want to exist. I don't
That's
know.
a hard stance against Canada.
That's an American reply to anything. If what something something, I don't want a something else. It's like, okay, America.
America.
Oh god, I can see why you fell. Oh, you're pushing me, that's why it's being weird. I was like, why am I getting pushed off?
I'm actually trying not to right now, but I apologize. I'll apologize.
Alright, let's look again. Anyone else ever put some good stuff going on? How was your day, everybody? In our D&D game, we're going to pimp the hut. We're going to pimp the hut and kindly auntie who's living in the middle of a magical swamp maze. Yeah, probably a hag, and we probably need a fire giant head. She keeps it as a chandelier. Has skills to give her a magical air fryer as a attachment for a stove. Wow.
I was thinking Jabba the Hutt, so pimp up
me
Jabba the Hutt.
too. I have a 5-string Yamaha broad bass. It's built like Frank Tank. Nice, man. I figured I'd give myself, like I told myself I'm not going to give, I'm going to have to get good enough to earn more versions. In the past, I used to like try to indulge an idea that it didn't work out, then I spent way too much money on said idea, so this time I'm testing myself with the bass and guitar. I figured if I could make it enjoyable enough for me to continue to train and work on it. Oh god.
Oh, good job.
Oh.
Good.
They said this was relaxing work. Ah!
Doing great. Doing great. Missed the jump.
These are dirty. Oh god, I'm missing the jump. Okay, we got it. The hell was that sound? Oh, you turned it off. I was like, did someone just cock a gun at us? Were we dying? The gnomes are back with weapons.
The gnomes are armed.
We're ready for this, boys. And you just pull out the laser beam pressure washer attachment. Just cuts right through
Do you
things.
like puzzle games, Diggs?
What?
Do you like puzzle games?
I do. I love the Room, like all the Room series, even the VR experience.
Then I have a suggestion for us to play. It's not co-op, but one can be playing.
I'm about to say, like, if you suggest Escape Sim, all I did there was stand around while everyone did everything else.
Well, that was the problem. The fact you were the host, but I actually felt bad about that.
That wasn't supposed. I mean, I didn't feel bad about it. I was just like,
I know.
all of you,
I felt bad
I know
about it,
Amber
not you.
played a whole bunch and knows what to look for. First time loading up the game, no idea what was going on, and suddenly everyone has a million answers. I'm like, does this matter? And it's like, no. It's like, okay, that's my whole. That was my entire enjoyment.
I was gonna say Nelson Tether, puzzle agent.
Puzzle agent. Wait, I have that on my phone. I think.
You probably do. The guy who's looking for the eraser factory with the gnomes.
No, no. Puzzle agent was like this Kim Possible looking chick on it.
Oh no. Okay, no. It's probably one of the. Yeah, there are several like that. But no, this is based upon the comics of the Grickleverse.
Grickleverse.
Yes.
Interesting.
It's in Scoggins.
Scoggins, New Jersey.
Scoggins, United States. Oh, hi. I was like, why is the water going the opposite direction? This is weird. Oh, hi. Uh-oh.
I'm helping. Okay.
Yeah, if I don't get up to the next part, I just fall.
Me too.
And
Oh,
it's...
that's bad.
It involves gnomes.
I was hoping for 9 day and only coming out now, 4 a.m. Well, I'm glad you're coming out of it, man. At least you're here. We can share that time together.
What's going on for you?
Diggs just needs to get caught a right single. Don't play electric bass anywhere near as much as I should. Yeah. Matt Duck says, a friend passed away and his wife gave me his Pele Circus bass and Will Cox Lightwave bass. I'm beyond humbled and blessed. He was an amazing musician. Now I want to do my best. That is beautiful, man. I'm sorry about you losing your friend. That's always a hard. At least you have something that you can kind of like. I don't truly believe in like honoring that. Like I feel like the honor I had was be able to share life with them. But I do appreciate like them considering or putting you in a position where that would go to you. That's amazing. And you know, if that's your motivation to get really good at it, so you can kind of like make him proud in a way, then that's awesome. But I always feel a big sense of guilt when I put myself in that situation. And because if I end up not being able to do it or unable to make it, then it makes me feel bad. I know they would never want me to feel bad about being unable to do something well. That's the only reason I'm saying something about that, because it's like, you know, you don't put yourself through hard times just to try to do something because you want someone else to honor someone's memory, because they'd probably feel a lot worse about you feeling bad about not doing well.
People will already put their own expectations upon you. You don't need to put it on yourself.
Yeah.
Oh my god, I couldn't imagine for people that are like related to someone that's like famous scientifically or academically. I mean, I think a small part of it is if you have a brother or sister in the same school that is, well, that's a gifted Gates or whatever, getting compared to that. You have to live up to their standard. No, fuck you.
What's the strangest monster you've thrown at the players? So I had a whole campaign where all the monsters were just hidden as people.
Thwump.
And not like the haha, it's an illusion, like they would... Like it was mostly demons, so demons would possess people, and so they'd be fighting people who were like relatively weak and they'd easily take them out. But then they wouldn't really know what they'd be up for. So I did a lot of like homebrew monsters that were just like demons and devils demons possessing or taking the form of people that they were dealing with on a daily basis. They would understand why people were treated in this way or what the guy's problem was. It turns out, well, because they're demons. Like, they're trying to like do something. They're trying to open up a portal to hell in a town, and they're trying to investigate it, and all the investigations are leading nowhere. It's like, yeah, because they're not people.
I mean, you're not wrong, and that's kind of what people would do. Like, yeah, us versus them.
Lost says I migrated bass to cello, played both all the way through college. You know what? I played violin all the way till I finished high school, and then we played like a year into my first year of college, but my friend group kind of dissolved a bit after college hit. Then I didn't have anyone to play with. I used to just play for fun. And so that kind of ended my violin. That's why I wanted to get into string instruments again, because I miss it. But my fingers suck now. Like, I'm fat, and it's hard for me to move my hand the right way. But I'm working on it. Mad Duck says, please don't understand, Diggs. I play and practice anyways. Learned a lot from him. She gave them to me because she wanted to know for a fact they would go to someone that wouldn't immediately go pawn them. Oh, yeah, hell yeah. Just for a fact, I'll play them, appreciate them. That's awesome. I'm glad that they had a relationship where you were also recognized. Okay, what are we missing? This pod's gross. Jumping in. Frame is okay. Frame is good. Rudy need pet. Well, I hope you're joking, because there is a Rudy emote if you guys would like to spam with the pet Rudy, but if you don't know Cole, Rudy is no longer with us.
Rudy had to be put down in November of last year.
So just in case you are just finding out about that, we'll send him many pets to heaven. You know that's where he's waiting for Psydoc.
Yep.
Yeah, Cole's been kind of... He's part of the BPL, but very lightly, I guess you could say.
He wants to emphasize he is in fact not a furry.
Yeah, he's definitely totally not that, I guess.
Wasn't that his name?
Dog. Alright, so most of these are just dirty on the bottom. That gets the pods done, mostly. Yes.
No, Rudy was a very, very good boy.
He is. He's one of the best. And the title will remain until Rudy 2.
He was the final mayor.
He was the final mayor of the Legion. His dying breath of killing off Tom's farts.
Yeah, that's...
He's like, pass this on. There will be no mayor after me. And we're like, yes, sir, we'll make it happen. That's the real truth on why we ended up killing off the mayor election, because Rudy wanted to leave out on this as a win. And he deserved it.
In all things, he was very peaceful. The family was all together. I had a break from university at the time. So, yeah, it sucked. You can hear my voice changing, but there are a few ways that he could have been supported and deserved a comfortable, relaxed family. So that's the thing. But then again, I'm also one of those people that believes in kind of reincarnation and kind of the Buddhist philosophy. So it's like, we'll all cycle.
You'll see him again.
Yep.
And you'll know his weird face when you see his weird face.
You always heard Rudy before
him,
you saw him.
Yeah, I'm gonna say you'll hear him coming before you anything. Senti says, I don't normally get sentimental with people between the inner BPL and WPL and the horde that is the Ox. People have been a good level of support for me the past few days. I'm still going through dark patch. I appreciate all you folks being here and providing humor and support company. You know
Who's
what?
having a hard time?
Asnees? Ace.
What's going on?
He's just.
I'm really sorry if I.
No, he's saying he's thanking us for this, this support and comfort and enjoyment for Steve.
I thought there was something else going on.
And that's the kind of stuff that keeps us going, man. I mean, the numbers are fine. We don't really care. The support's great. It's not understand that this isn't making or breaking anyone's life. If we don't make any money here, it doesn't matter. If we do make money here, it just goes to fun. And maybe one day that money will get towards someone who's going through a hard time in the Legion. That's the best we can support. We've done that a lot in the past. But when we go and see stuff like that,
cutting off some people's noses, sadly.
When we see that
the expression, not actually cutting people's noses.
When we see people send us messages like that, that just makes us know that we're doing the right thing. We're here for more than just shit posting on the internet, even though that's what the BPL does. It's just good to see everybody. I mean, you're all, being auxiliary legionnaires it's been great for all of us. Just finding a place for people who haven't quite found their way in yet, but we're keeping an eye out for you. And
that's pretty cool that that is the definition of the people here. That's awesome, man. I didn't know that was official.
Yeah,
I'm learning it now.
I'm pretty sure that Tex came up with the auxiliary engineer. I'm pretty sure it was Tex who came up with the auxiliary engineer thing, and I know big fan of it's Rob and stuff.
Rob and stuff.
Well, he's the one who usually. I'm pretty sure he's the one who uses it mostly. I'm gonna start doing the sides here. I had to be on the ground to use that because I'm not allowed to go to the fifth dimension again.
Do you want me to move that for you?
No, I already did. My psychiatrist said no more fifth dimensional shuffling because my atoms aren't going back to the way they should be. I have huge hands now. I have giant, huge hands now.
Huge.
I've seen a lot of hands. I have the biggest hands.
So, for people that don't know, that Digs when he listens to enough interviews, does a fantastic former I guess still Mr. President, but former President
always,
Donald
yeah.
Trump impression. He does.
I'm a pretty good mimic when I listen to something long enough, no matter what it is usually. But Trump, when Trump was big, wild, and it's the whole thing, it was really easy for me to stumble across him talking about, how good his everything is, how he's seen the numbers, great numbers.
He will definitely be remembered. I'm going to give you that one, as maybe the Canadian Prime Minister will, but he's often hidden in camouflage, so we don't know.
I gotta fix my posture. All I know is Rudy's
fix your
training
posture.
dummy will be the best money spent in a long time. We have a Rudy training dummy.
We do. We have Huh?
What are we training on Rudy? Pets? I'll pet
My other side of the coin is if you're going to start trying to do something with Rudy merchandise, I need a cut.
Yep, he gets the cut. Rudy had
Yeah, that was his
his
last snort. Was like, yeah, okay.
His last snort was like, sign the papers.
Sign the papers. Apparently, he got like a bad New York Boston accent.
Yeah, I'm currently
The
at my
papers.
wit's end with bad New York accents. Like you were watching the VR, right? With Stryker and them.
It probably annoyed you a bit, but I really enjoyed it.
I mean, I'm glad people. I'm just so as someone
Yes.
from New York and hearing the discount.
You're from
Dan
New York?
Yes.
You've been through a lot of places, man. Don't give me the yes. Fuck.
I was born
You're
in
a
New
Yankee.
York. I was born in New York, molded
Born-
by it. I
I
didn't
didn't
even
know
know
that.
my first pizza till I moved out.
I did not know that.
Yeah.
That explains a lot.
Does
The best part of that whole stream, yes, it does, of the whole thing was just in the background was Trugath dying.
Yeah,
He was
that
laughing
was
so
the-
much.
I even-
That was the best part.
Tex had to mute his mic. He was laughing so hard, which is grand. I'm not saying my humor is the end all be all. I'm just if you hear 7 people, especially someone from Sweden, all doing a terrible take on an accent that's overdone already, I'm good. I'm glad they had fun.
Fair. I mean, I'm also going to extend the idea. I still have difficulties believing that Flip Flop, the Californian Swede fighting game expert, is. I still think he's an AI.
There's a good chance.
But yes, there's a line with a joke, and one can cross it.
I mean, how many? It's one of those things like how many kids? Hey yo, fuck you, hey! Like how many times do you do that in a row before you're like, okay, we get it, fuck up, right? I got it.
15 to 30 minutes.
Yeah, and they were doing it for like 4 hours straight.
I encourage them to do what they feel, but I think the equivalent would be if I constantly heard a stereotypical Canadian accent. It's
They
like
should just
Bob
start
and
going
Doug
full
McKenzie
straight.
were fun, but you can only listen to so much.
That's what I'm gonna do now. I'm gonna go straight, full on Canadian.
I mean, oh yeah, there, bud. Yeah, you hoser.
Yeah, you over. Yeah.
I think they would be fun or the whole thing would be in spurts, like a variety show.
Yeah, I can
Which
see
is
that.
WBPL pretty much is.
Yeah, we're gonna get more of that in the future. We're just gonna come up with a cool way we can do like TV show stuff, like a Jeopardy or Wheel of Fortune, but on WBPL.
I could definitely see Tex hosting
For sure.
like a Jeopardy style thing. And it would just be the questions that he knows. So it's just going to be like this Deputy has a chance on some of them. Trugath has others. You have some, but really it's just going to be these
I don't know
out there
anything.
questions. Like, what? What is the barrel diameter on a food? It's like, I don't care for 100.
That's the answer. What is I don't care, Jim?
What is a gun-shaped object for 600? It is a gun-shaped object.
Oh my god, that's the worst. Let's see here. Registration.
You know what,
electric
Tex?
base.
I'll take the one that's in blue text. Blue
Ben says,
text.
consistent 30 to 80 people stream. More than 70% of Twitch has a Twitch tries to be plus. You know what? And I get why they want to do it. I mean, I think everybody who grew up in my generation thought for a moment, wait, you can make a living playing video games? Because everyone was told you can't do that for a living. I think that was universal. Until like internet became real. And people were like, oh, you can do things online.
It's almost like...
So I support the struggle to make a full living on Twitch and YouTube and stuff. If you can do it, great job to you. It's just not... I'm just glad this isn't my job or anyone else's here job.
I couldn't imagine making myself a brand. Like, actually myself being a brand. Like, some of my knowledge, some of my training in that, sure. But...
Yeah, man. I mean, if people see the money and go, wow, I could have a slightly better quality of life right now.
I mean, that's fine, but... Like, looking at, like, the Belle Delphines or, like, Markiplier, and I'm not putting them on the same level, but just, like, the amount of energy and time put into the work they do. I mean, even if you say, oh, she just shows, it's like, no, it has to be more than that. Like, scheduling, commitment, obligations, luck. Holy
luck's
hell.
a huge factor. Most of the people on Twitch only got as big as they did because they got lucky or knew someone who was able to, like, give them that
Ninja.
boost.
Going on, and what was the guy who came on? It was a rapper or a singer.
It was a rapper?
I don't know if it was a rapper, just we're going to say rhythm and blues or whatever they call it now. Suffice to say, it was like, there's a vice like, oh, you got to find what identifies you as a brand. It's like, kinda?
What is a center shaft?
I don't know.
Anyone know where the center shaft is? Well, let's take a moment to read.
Hey, Bowser. What are we doing?
I'm going to read a couple of these. A consistent 30 to 80 stream where essentially tries to be plastic famous. Spire says, BPL helped keep me centered when I was laid off in 2020. Watching video and streams cheered me up and kept me going. See, that's the kind of stuff I love to hear. That's why I'm so happy to be part of this whole community. As long as the Legion's okay with me, I'm still sticking around. You'll always be accepted. Like, we don't say no to anybody, really. Every one of you is, auxiliary Legion and all that, but, you come out, you support us, you spend time with us. This is just like the Legion, just an outside source.
Our official, and Digs can silence me if I do, our official ban, like, no-go list is, like, single digits.
We have...
Since it's begun.
4.
Yeah, exactly. It's like single... It takes a lot of work and not a lot of work to be blacklisted. And it's... I don't need to tell you, I don't think, what the criteria is.
I think I know where the shaft is.
I found this...
That sounded terrible, actually.
That's okay, we just gotta work the shaft.
Alright, it's on this side, it's the big center point.
Oh, that was my bad. I didn't do it.
I mean, I didn't expect you to.
Wow. Fuck you.
Alright. Let's watch it happen.
I mean, BPL's been through all of these things of balancing meds. No question.
You did really good on the center spot.
Thanks. Just me standing there until I fall to my death.
That was a cool watch, though. Man, I'm real sorry if I got sorted out. Heavy motivation for you. Get an absolute perler of a track and asterisk winks. I can't wait to you with it. You're gonna float away when it comes to you just a sec. Nope, not looking good for music, mate. No, rave generator is a goner. Sorry, mate. Ferris wheel may have suppressed my Helter Skelter as the tallest ride at Wendergaloof Carnival, but it can cycle through 12 customers a minute. Theoretically, yes, I suppose it could. Cracking view of the volcano at top of the wheel, ain't it? Especially when it's smoking like it is right now. Is that supposed to do that? Yeah. The Ferris wheel is roasting your legend just in the nick of time, too. With the rave generator blown, we had to stick to the original one, and the classic vibe of the artwork really fits with the slower pace. Techno Ferris wheel. It's probably a terrible idea anyways, so I've turned my attention to the Cracker Keys, the world's first techno caterpillar roller coaster. Ooh. Oh, we do. The subway is in. We have a whole bunch more to do. A 2,000.
I thought we did this one already.
No, this is the subway. We did the bathroom.
What?
Just one
Subway.
second. I just want to catch up with chat because there was a couple of good things I wanted
Yeah,
to
of
say.
course.
So we
Sunshine Temple. Oh no, please go.
Oh, go ahead.
I was gonna say one big thing watching this does is get me back to video games. Just kind of lost interest. Gonna get a Steam account and start playing more.
Heck yeah.
Right on.
Another big thing about the Legion is we're all gamers. It's kind of a detriment to people when they try to apply and we're like, so what are you gonna do with the Legion? It's like, oh, just make friends. It's like, well, we like to play games together. It's like, why don't play games? It's a hard one to choose.
Console.
Yeah, if you're a console guy, when we're all like online social degenerates on Discord, like the more you can just hang out, chill, and play games, the better your chances are.
One recent thing that has really been good for gaming, and some people will say differently, I've really appreciated all the services that allow you to have different games.
Yeah.
Like the passes. Like, I really appreciate, like, hey, if I don't like this game, I didn't just drop $50 on it.
Yeah, you just paid the subscription of 12 or something and you got to try it for as long as you want.
The only thing I would say against that is I don't think I have bought a Ubisoft game in quite a while because they almost always go free at one point. Like, they're almost always at one point going free.
So just reading through here, I see as long if I ever wind up in BPL not, I'm here because I appreciate the honest lunacy when I see it. There's always a good chance. Night Clerk says BPL content helped me through my time in a hospital a few months ago. I'm glad we were able to be there for you. Accept whatever title we sell. I'm just here for the madness. Good job, Bully. Here for chaos and feel goods. BPL delivers on both fronts, full capacity. He doesn't think we have being. I don't know who's he, but Tex definitely has a way. And then Red Castle goes, hey, what am I chopped liver? My Trump is the greatest Trump ever. He does a really good Trump too. Dig shape training dummy. Hydrate. We gotta hydrate. I missed it. Just watching the occasional video and stream of different people come and convince me to apply a while back. You guys are crazy and seem pretty I like it here. We're getting through it. Like, there's gonna be a rehash and all that stuff, so it'll be easier to get through the interviews. A coworker might approve impression of Duckman. Oh man, I haven't heard that in a while. I actually do discount Dan style advertisement at work. You know what? We're looking for a new discount Dan voice. So if you're really good, send some voice clips to us at admin at WBPL76.com. I wish. No, just kidding. He will take your money, guarantee it. No, but Tex is always looking for people who can pull off that voice. Like, our current discount Dan is pretty good. You know, from New York, got the whole New York thing going. But if you can do one, you might pull a spot. Maybe we'll get a discount Dan's discount Dan.
Mini Dan.
I mean, weren't we coming up with like alternative discount Dan a while ago? I did a full discount Dan rambles at work after someone came through trying to sell us mostly fictional instrument. Come down to discount Dan's mostly musical instruments and burrito emporium behind the local pawn shop.
There was discount Dan. There was clearance Clarence or
Clarence Carl or something like that.
Yeah, there's like Tony. Clearance Tony?
Coffee's question with Don made it. Oh, fuck, you give me an idea. Diggs, looks like I'm back to the drawing board. Heck yeah, Bowser, get to it. Tacos and washing. Hey, Confused One, good to see you. So, Double Jeopardy in WPL. Colors that text knows for 1,000. That is the funniest thing I've read. Holy shit.
Up?
Pistol is like, so Double Jeopardy for the Legion, right? It's like, can I take colors that text knows for 1,000?
Yeah, I'm gonna take the blue. I mean, again, this is horrible, and I have much respect. Just my family was part of making one of the biggest organizations for blind people, but I always kind of wanted Spengler as well as Tex to do.
Very far-sighted guy. Yes.
Yes. I wanted them to do Keep Talking or the Bomb Will Explode. I want them both trying to do it because there's a certain amount of color based. Because they're both very intelligent people. Like, very intelligent, respect them, but it's just like, how will they deal with their disabilities?
Yeah. Let's see. We got
like it would be like us doing geography. I think that would be funny.
Should make you do all the Muppet characters real good. That's sick. A Canadian accent, you got a lot of... Yeah, I agree with you. He says a Twitch is a grind of a job at times. You got to have a lot of charisma energy to be such a brand. Yeah, and then you have to realize you have to have that same energy output and entertainment for like 4 to 8 hours, if not more, to make it. Like, it's really hard to get noticed on Twitch. I know why everyone's always trying to get raids or reach out and such and such. Well, it's good to living paycheck. Video games do wish to be actual space trucker. Oh, me too, Ben. I'd fly the stars, haul space asteroids around and stuff. I said long time we need a new variety show on TV. Mold of Sonny and Cher or Ed Sullivan. Probably find the right host. Yeah. We'll come up with some not obviously copyrighted games we could do on BPL. We have a lot of interaction. We can just pull a couple BPL members and kind of put them against each other and either Jeopardy or Wheel of Fortune or something. I feel like Markiplier's Shadow and whatever he does, he gets, like, I was very entertained by him for a while, but it does get kind of grating. I got a little salty with him in some stuff in the past. But, you know, he does his thing. I'm more of a... It's funny, I actually prefer Jack now, even though Jack's clearly marked for, like, youngers. And then, other than that, I watch, like, Ludwig, who... Only his highlights, though. The highlights make him good. Part of Melody Genuine, like, is a podcast. I don't listen... Like, I haven't listened to podcasts since I stopped working. That was pretty much my... that was my get through the day, so my podcast listening has died. Because I'm not working. And one big thing is, can you watch video games? Yeah, you've read that one. Medical student. The content really helped me through a lot of passion things I make. It really helped me lose in my job. You know what? Anyone out there that has gotten some kind of benefit, positivity, or enjoyment out of the Legion, if it's gotten you through the best of times or worst of times, you keep finding yourself come back because Tex is such a genuine guy who puts his heart and soul into everything he does, and he takes care of his people and his friends more than himself. He's just selfless like that. I just thank everyone for, you know, continuing to return. Because that's what we kind of want to put out there still. Yeah, it's just not talking about that.
Tex is a very special, and I see this positively, a very motivated and generous kind of individual. He really, really does try. To the point where it's harder to stop him from harming himself helping others. He's going to give you your shirt off his back in the middle of a fucking snowstorm.
Yeah.
Which is one of his greatest traits.
Don't hurt me, my healer. Feels like why Tom wrote it. Nice. BPL has honestly undone the anxiety. That's great. I'm glad. I hope we're also helping. I would pay for text Digs go to Mike to make voicemail messages for my phone. Oh yeah, not Psydoc though.
No, do not. Okay, so this is such a positive thing, but I'm just going to say, I take pride in my horrible voice acting and how so bad it is.
So good.
So whenever Tex makes fun of it, it's like, to me, that's a good thing. I think the only thing I can do is like a bargain basement Stitch. I can do a bad female Scottish thing, and then I just jump between accents, and I love that because that's who I am. You can make fun of my dyslexia. It's okay. It's funny.
Let's see. If you want to message me, you can just message me like right on Twitch. You can just click my name and send message. I'm accepting all messages. As for Discord, I tend to keep my friends list really small, but we are considering like the auxiliary BPL possibly being like a playground or stage ground for some reason. It's still on the table, so there might be a courtesy flush / WBPL like side Discord that we'd be able to connect with people a bit more. But it's splitting attention that's hard because we like to hang out in the BPL. I won't be doing more from Beth. I won't never advertise my streams if I do. Oh, I auto host you, confused one, so you people would probably run into your stuff anyways. Space Truckers 5, good movie. People make fun of my and ADHD. Stuff from streamer. Legion, one of the things that brought me joy during really shitty years in my life, just having some fun. You know what? Like I said, that have exactly what it did to me when I first came in. So I'm just rambling at this point. I'm trying to catch up, but people are crazy.
I know people are so.
And I don't want to miss anyone because you're great.
Yeah. And no, I mean, Psydoc and Digs could do your voicemail, but we're okay.
That'd be
I
the
could see
weirdest
doing it as
voicemail.
Slar and Orion. I could see
Oh
that.
man, yes. Orion.
Slar and Orion, I could definitely see doing that.
Orion here. I gotta. My voice is a little scratchy right now. Honestly, found Legion being in COVID lockdown really nice hearing. Identify things I have a thought. Place. You know what? That's great. Yeah, COVID it changed the world for a while. I'm glad we're kind of pushing back at this point.
Thank God.
I heard about BBL through BattleTech vids, saw Kirsty Flesh, and I've only turned WP a few times. It's been a good one every time up 10. Hey, you know what? Thanks. You know, Crow runs a great stream as well. It's way higher quality than our stuff, at least most of our streams, but we're trying to get there. But yeah, let's not waste too much time. Let me just read this message really quick.
And apparently there is work on additional things for Tom's bean house. Other things Tex is really interested in is side corn and corn on the orb.
All right. So like I said, you can easily message me on WBPL76. Just click on here and just hit whisper. I think there's a way you can just click it and hit whisper. Either way, if you need to say me something specific, whatever, my DMs are open. I'll talk to you or answer your questions best I can. I'm the only one behind this account, so don't worry about it going anywhere else. But that's enough reading chat. We're gonna continue. We're not gonna talk about the pretty lady at all. Hi Fig, you're gonna come roll on my shit right when I'm streaming again? Is that about to happen, you crazy cat? She's currently rubbing her face on my
How's
main
Fig
monitor. She is being great these days.
Awesome.
Got a new routine with her where I wake up, I make her chase the string on a stick until she's panting, and then I give her food and water, and she's happy. All right, let's get in here. Commissioner Barry Onyx of Buckingham Subway Station, owning the steady reputational rise of Buckingham Caldera City, Transport Network is excited now to reopen it with subway links to the vibrant town. We'd like you to deep clean the platform ahead of the grand unveiling. Please note that while much of the graffiti in the facility could be said to possess artistic merit, we'd like you to remove it all. They said, offers power wash opportunities. Let's get it. It's not a splash screen till we're in the game. I'm petting the cat.
Petting the
She
cat.
gets so confused when I pet her because she's like, "What am I getting pet for?" And there's
Diggs,
my
get
hand.
back
Oh,
to-
there's
get-
my hand. It's my hand.
Switch back to the game. Why aren't you switching, Diggs?
I'm back to all right.
Why?
Sorry.
What?
There's a cat. There's a cat.
I know there's a cat. I've never done this one before.
Yeah, neither have I. New.
Oh.
It's all new. Whoa. Look,
First task: find the gnome.
First task. Find the gnome. Is he up at the top of this thing? No. Is he the other side of the barricades?
I was looking. He might be in one of these vents.
Ooh, that'd be creepy.
These vents are... No, these are lights. Never mind.
Here, my cat has gave me my mouse back. We're good. Oh, Gummy's in the chat. Hi, Gummy.
Not gummy.
My cat is... Her yelling from the other room is making the cat not roll on my keyboard, so that's nice. So everyone say hi, Gummy. That's my
Not gummy.
partner. Probably life
Found
partner.
him. Holy crap, that's creepy.
Is it? Let me see. Where is he?
I'm gonna tell you because it
Whoa.
spoils it.
Whoa.
Yeah.
What is he doing up there?
I don't know.
You psycho?
I also have concern whenever I hear the power coming on. It's just like, the live line.
Just busts through and takes you out.
No,
Nerd, nerd.
no. Ah.
Oh, everyone's saying hi, Gummy.
Hi, Gummy. What dinosaur game are you playing, Gummy?
I think she's on Minecraft right now.
Wow.
That's what we were doing before we went live. Doing it live. This is a big map, dude. I'm gonna do this gate for the whole time, and I'll have you finish everything else. All right?
Yeah, that'll go good.
That'll go.
I'm just so happy that we found a new map. This is great.
I remember reading about it. I didn't know it was out yet. They also have a train, like an actual locomotive train, not a subway train, that we get to clean. I don't know if that one's out yet. So that saves us having to do the weird, fun, random thing we were gonna totally do after
For this
we
week,
finish.
at least.
Yeah, for this week.
Huge map.
That's the only hint anyone's getting.
I'm not saying
Huge
anymore.
map.
Don't worry. I'm not saying anymore.
Only hint. Oh, whoa, we got a confused one. Donated $20.22. Thank you.
What?
2022 in $20.22.
Wow.
Thank you, confused one. I don't know what the celebration was, but thank you so much for your
It's
support.
2022.
I mean, 2022, obviously. So tell me what's significant about 2022 now, confused one?
It's not 2021.
2022.
Betty White died for us to have a good year.
I mean, technically.
I just made myself feel bad. God, she was cool. And the guy from Tremors.
This stuff's really caked on.
Yeah. Like a lot of this
I'm on like
is
the
grunt.
strongest stuff and with the smartest beam, and I'm still having a double run.
They're optimizing the... Hey, cool. If you look at all the advertisements, it's all places that we've cleaned before.
Vote Jeff. Jeff Jefferson. The worst mayor ever. Besides Captain Obvious. Ooh. That's an inside BPL.
Who is the
though.
best mayor?
Tom. No, Stagger. He's the only one who ever fulfilled any promises.
That's... No, he actually did something at the very end, so he didn't fulfill his promise. The
Well, no.
day before the end, he actually invoked something as the mayor. Under the platform, he wouldn't do anything.
No, his platform was he'd get glasses, and he got glasses.
Was it?
Yeah, that's why.
Oh, well then, yeah,
like,
he was the best. Again, not to bring it up, Stagger is like the poster boy of like all these things of getting his shit together. We don't see him as much now, but he's done a lot of good things for himself, and we just hear all this good progress.
To put it lightly, Stagger was a funny X-ray tech man, alcoholic burnout, who finally decided to put his life together, changed his diet, got on some therapy, and got on some pills, and he's a fully functioning adult, quit smoking, drinks very little, a little bit of pot here and there with his girlfriend, but now he's thinking this one might be the one he's settling down with. He doesn't, like Psydoc say, he doesn't show up much anymore because of it, because he has a life, but I've never seen anyone turn around that hard. Usually people get stuck in their rut forever.
So that is kind of more... I'm not saying this in any way as like a definite thing, but when there is a deficiency in certain things or things that we can replace and properly treat, this is like the dramatic turnaround can occur. And it's always heartwarming. It's why we always keep searching for the next treatment, because I'm very proud of the guy. Like,
too.
damn.
He still has really funny stories too.
Oh yeah, he's still a funny guy, but it's just like, yeah.
That doesn't sound like me. Yes, the guy says that doesn't sound like me. That
Yeah.
is the Stagger. That is who we're talking about. The guy who came up, we will dine in concrete, and tonight we'll dine in concrete, and that doesn't sound like me, has become a normal human being, and it blew all of our minds, and it all started with him just getting glasses. He saw the world differently for a little bit and decided, what else can I do to improve my life? I can actually read and see stuff now. And now he's fully functional with the relationship.
And he's no longer doing
He's
much with the Legion.
not doing much with Legion, because that is definitely a halfway house, if you want to put it lightly.
In many ways it can be.
And if I don't get, like, I am streaming right now, so if you do message me, I will get back to you before I mean, after we're done with the stream. So I don't want to stop to read any messages.
Common is therapy addiction. I don't know. I'd have to look it up.
Therapy addiction? I guess telling someone I don't know.
It generally, I mean, depends on your definition of addiction, but you can generally get addicted to pretty much anything. I would be interested to see if there was a study that went into it.
Oh, okay. I will check it out. Like, I haven't watched anime in a while because I've been trying to catch up on stuff. I haven't even caught up with Spider yet. Although I haven't even caught up with, like, Slime either. So I'm behind on every which way when it comes to anime. But I always like new animes. I'll look out. I like the idea. Usually, I'm getting a little burnt out on the idea of, like, I died and I got put into a video game world stuff. I think that's a whole genre at this point. Or
yeah, that was getting truck con or whatever.
Oh, I don't know. I just know that
yeeted into the other world. Huh?
Yeah, I saw some pictures for Spy Family. That was pretty cool.
I've always wanted one of those to be like a tuk-tuk runs the person and yeets them into Sorry, you were talking.
Oh, no, I don't know. I ran out of things. Silent Riders continuing the gift sub they got from Plasma 3033. Thank you so much for continuing your sub, man.
Isekai. Yeah, I learned that word from Otto.
Isekai.
I don't watch anime. I know very little about it.
You know what? Like, I really enjoyed some systems in those games. Like, if you ever guys like help, I was turned into a spider or something like that one. What was that one called?
Yeah, I liked the clips that I saw of it. Where life is a spider or something.
I love the systems. Like, I want an MMO or at least a game where it has that level of detail in the system. Like, oh, you can get your spider poison up to level 6, then you can get, like, mystic spider poison. And then that unlocks, like, your perception. Then you can get, like, extra brainwave. Like, kind of like Eve. Eve is really close to those kind of systems, because as you level up your pretty much your guy's skill, you unlock skills that it can use. And I wish it was less I'm leveling and putting skill points into it, and more like I'm using it like they do in some games, like some of the anime.
I think the most I've learned about anime is from I think his YouTube channel is like 5-minute anime reviews or something, and it's just all comedy, like riffing on them. So it's like, this is fun.
Let's see. Look into Project Gorgon. Okay.
Gorgon.
Actually, you're in the
No, actually, don't look into a Gorgon.
Can you? Yeah, don't ever look into a Gorgon. But Nikki, you're in the Discord. Just message me Just message me so I don't forget. Like, there's so much chat going on. I'm gonna probably miss a few things. I take out.
Do not step on the third rail.
The message you would give from Hermie, this guy, super important in Canada. I'm in a band with a cardiologist. He looks at all of my blood work. He looked at my last one and said, so you eat only vegetables or do you eat some meat? And he was flabbergasted. I asked how could he tell. He pointed out like 4 different times and explained it to me. You could just tell that from blood work.
He showed his blood work or just an ECG?
I don't know. He said showed him his blood work and he could tell that he was like mostly a vegetarian, I guess.
Yeah, you can. Certain nutritional deficiencies. Well, yes, there are certain nutritional deficiencies
Better not say it out loud. They might kill you.
that can appear if you do not treat, as well as there's different cholesterol and LDL level. LDL's cholesterol, my apologies. Triglyceride levels. It's broad swaths, and it also depends on what you mean by blood work. There's everything from the basic metabolic panel, which covers a lot of electrolytes, to CBCs, to blood sugars.
I don't know about no CBCs.
We get smacked on the nose if all we say is, yeah, I just want to do an electrolyte panel and blood work. You have to actually say what you're looking for.
A new job available.
Noot.
Was Ken in the chat?
I don't know. I just said Newt because I don't know why. My brain just went there.
You're becoming more like him. Maybe he's becoming more like you. You are getting that down.
I have to be careful. As it is known, I have a tendency to overdo a joke. And
I don't think so.
I don't want to.
I don't think so.
I do. Even some people in the Legion have got a little bit bothered by it. It's like, okay. I really don't stop, but...
Wait, no, you can handle it yourself now. You're good.
What? Oh, okay.
Yeah, if they talk shit, get duck smacked.
There, as I was saying in the chat, it's like, to be in the Legion, you must be accepting of comedy. The comedy, however, cannot be malicious.
Yeah. Also, random the voice actor from Tapes and Receiver 2 joined my stream chat, was randomly talking to me. That was awesome. You know, if the devs ever from Powerwash Sim showed up and was like, "Hey, glad you're doing it," I'm like, "Hey, thanks for making such an awesome show."
I'd love to do it.
I'd let them join like a multi-person spray thing and to chat with them about game development. I'm pretty sure we're not the highest. Actually, someone check. Are we the most watched power washing sim?
And if we're not, make sure we are.
Yeah, if we're
hack
not,
into the system.
Yeah, go into every other.
Actually, don't hack into the system. Do what you need to. Wink.
I'm in.
I'm in.
Yeah, we are. We're the top. So right now, this is the best time ever. If they were actually caring about their game and they were watching Twitch, they might swing by and we'd totally be like, "Hey, dudes."
Ernest Goes to Camp?
Oh, dude, I watched that just yesterday. I just watched Ernest Goes to Camp again. It's so easy to find out he did all his own like little stunts. Every time he falls up the ladder, you see him jump off and throw it down like he's been hurt. It's so funny watching it as an adult.
Yeah.
But yeah, if
one of my favorites, Ernest Goes to Jail.
You know, we'd love to we'll sit down, do a impromptu interview show style with you, talk about your game and plans. Like once you release it, is it content? Is it going to be DLC? Are you going to work on something else? Like I'd love to know some information. So if you're out there,
and we can tag me out for somebody that we'll actually interview.
No, you're saying you got to stay.
Okay, fine. I'll find Rudy.
You can't.
Totally, I can't. I will resurrect.
Oh no, we'll have the devs put Rudy in the game.
Oh.
Like, you know, they have the cat on the roof that one level. We can have Rudy just kind of hanging out in the park. Do you like the park?
He's so sweet. Rudy loved the idea of the park.
Wow, he's very philosophical.
The little guy, because he was a purebred, a rescue Boston Terrier that was part of the movement to try to be a show dog, and that whole period of where they were having really reduced snouts, kind of thing. So his cardio capacity would probably be equivalent of mine. Well, actually, I can run a bit further than him. So he had a lot of difficulties that way. So he loved the idea of going to the park as long as I carried him.
I mean, he just liked being anywhere as long as you carried him.
Yeah. He loved Starbucks. He loved the puppuccino.
Isn't that just whipped cream?
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah, I love the puppuccino too. Big fan of puppuccino. You say you got it for your dog, you just eat it yourself. That's the hint for your whipped cream topping or whatever.
Where's your dog?
Oh, he's at home. He's
sick.
Sick.
Yeah.
He needs two because he's so sick.
Yeah.
Get free puppuccino.
How big's your dog? 6 foot.
You're awfully questionable about my dog.
Yeah.
Now give me the puppuccino.
Yeah, you got something that's designed for a 200-pound man.
Is your manager here? Is your manager here? I want to talk. Like, does this guy usually grill people for having a dog that requires 3 puppuccinos?
I had a 3 puppuccino day.
Exactly. I'm having a 3. It was a 2 puppuccino day, but then you guys had to come out with your "Where's your dog?" No, Fig, no. She rolled over, and now she's kicking my hand.
Oh God, are you talking about the old movie Hackers?
Oh, my girlfriend just called Fig and she took off. We're safe. We're free.
You have a cat dog.
She is. She plays fetch. She chases. She plays hide and seek. And she'll wake you up in the morning by dropping toys on your face that she wants you to throw.
Oh. I gotta meet Pip.
Pretty great.
I actually have to be also careful. Whenever I say I'm going to meet somebody, there's like an outbreak or a horrible war or disaster.
Can you stop?
Yeah, I know. It's like every time I plan to go see Tex, it was the first round of COVID, then it was the second round of COVID.
Drives me nuts.
Yar.
Hey, that was the car we cleaned. That's awesome.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. It's great.
This is a big one.
So, the political advert is sponsored by the Jeff Jefferson, the 12th 84 election. Would like to make it clear that he's talking metaphorically about cleaning up the city, and he has no intention of getting on his expensively tailored knees and scrubbing the city, or any kind of manual labor.
Cookie, welcome to the stream. Thanks for the raid, man.
Hi, Cookie.
It's good to see you. Since you're new and you know it's weekend's end and you put yourself in this situation, Cookie, make sure you tell us one good thing that happened this week with you. You don't get out of it just for raiding. You have to go along with the tradition of sharing something you're proud of, happy, made your life better, or some goodness from your week, so we don't focus on the bad.
And I'm very sorry if someone has sent something in chat. I'm not always good at reading things.
Same.
I blame it on the ADD. And the,
I blame it on the and the alcohol.
Oh, this oil is going to take forever to get out. Oh, yeah.
One good thing, sure, I did a double long stream today and Friday. Hey, you know what? The dedication level's rising. That's something to be proud of.
Dedication.
You know, the more you put into it, the more you will receive over time, I hear. I mean, sometimes it takes a while, and sometimes some things just work out. But as long as just don't do it if you're not having fun. Like,
yes,
if you're gonna make it a job, at least make it a job you like. And playing games is like I learned a while ago. Playing games as a job, that kind of ruins the idea of playing games for fun. In my head. God, there's just so much, man. This place is huge.
Huge.
Huge. We should have started. I didn't know there was another one. I would have been like this one.
Households. Battle Bug.
Join the Slay Aspire again. Oh, you know what, dude? You won those 2 games fair and square. Cookie has been playing Undertale on his channel, doing all the voices. He's influenced as I was with Steam Train's version of Undertales. He does the voices very well. And he's also been slaying the Spire, which is a wonderful card-based deck builder roguelike game. If you haven't played that one and you like card-based deck builders, that is one of the best. And it's highly moddable too, so you can get so much out of that game. He won both of those fair and square over in the BPL. We're doing our 1,000 follower giveaway on the hard space shipbreaker game Ala is doing. We're about to hit another sub goal of 1,500. That's insane.
Whoa.
After that, I'm not even sure.
And no, I have no desire to prescribe for myself or abuse medication. That's not why I went into psych.
Why not?
It's unethical.
For who?
I don't want to lose my license before even getting my license.
Good point. Question redacted.
It'd be like,
hey, we got a gifted sub to
book.
Soap Dictator from Cookie. Thank you so much, Cookie, for the continued support.
Get then you.
You guys just make this so fun.
It is nice consistently
It
to
is.
see all the faces coming back and the support.
We love
and
you.
While yes, donations do seem to draw my. I mean, it's not the same with Digs. My ADD idle mind because hey, I get to see a shiny thing move out of the corner of my eye.
I heard the noise. Like,
Or the noise. It's not like, even if you don't, you have the same value as someone who does. And I apologize for all that I've missed.
It was a fun stream, and not just saying because I got a key for Metro Exodus, which I've been doing. You know what, Law? Glad. A lot of people won. We gave away a lot of keys, and we've added. Now we're back above 1,300 keys again, so we'll probably do more giveaways in that vein very soon.
I'm glad we're doing it that way. That's actually quite nice.
Yeah, because we have like 250 people in the Legion. That number flux up and down here and there sometimes, and it's always new people here and there. And they look through the game keys, and there's just so many they decide against it, or they claim like 12, and they go, all right, you're gonna play. We try not to encourage people to collect games just to have a game collection. Like, if you're just gonna redeem 100 games from that list just so you can have 100 more games in your library you're never gonna play, that's when we get at you, because those are games that people could have played, now they can't.
You'll have a conversation. You'll have one of the rare occasions to actually have a conversation with Mr. Trugath.
Trugath come at you, somewhat you fucked up.
Because he's been running the numbers and he sees something going on. It's like,
You know,
and he's a smart guy.
Because we're
too.
like, hey, there's so many keys, take them. And people are like, take them? And they just start redeem. And I'm like, take them if you're going to play them. And they're like, oh, play games? Ew, gross. And no one claims the games then.
We don't have like a maximum. Well, I mean, I guess we do theoretically have a maximum amount, but it's more the idea. And these aren't all just trash games either. A lot of it is Humble Bundle. Gotta toss that out there.
Yeah, a lot of every Humble Bundle comes out, we'll get like 4 or 5 duplicates from the latest Humble Bundle. Sometimes I just pause my Humble Bundle because so many games get.
Yes.
The only games I wanted were getting put up there, so I'll just claim those and put off my Humble Bundle subscription for a month. Be like, hey, that saves me $12.
I recently just closed my account for that. It's just like
Ever? Oh my god.
not ever, but it's just like, you know what? It's just been enough months in a row that it has been no benefit
Yeah, I get that once in a while.
or minor benefit.
Well, you do buy new games like the moment people buy them, though. I'm not much of a new game buyer.
I really should.
That's I think why I don't get burned by it, because every time I do go, okay, I want to get that game, it shows up a Humble Bundle like 6 months later.
Oh
And
no!
I'm like, shit.
Oh no! I wasn't implying I get burned. I buy games upon which I will find interesting to support developers, and if people really want to play it. I know this is going to be a hot take. I still really enjoyed 2042.
So do I. Just updated it today.
They are being consistent, have done a lot of things. I haven't played it in a while, but that's just more because of my schedule.
We'll play that this week.
We should.
Because I need to get back into it. Though they haven't killed specialists, I don't think they will. I think that's just something people are going to eat.
That's a foundation.
Yeah, it's unfortunate. It's not the best system. I don't agree with it either, but it's not game breaking to me. I just think of them as loadouts like in every other game.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll get a new voice. Maybe they'll be annoying, but I still get to use the items I want. If they didn't do specialists, they just gave you those as regular options, people would still choose the same 12. Like,
I mean, yes. There's going to be a whole bunch of rocket launchers. There's a whole bunch of...
the grenades that track. There's a wingsuit people everywhere, you know?
If you run the numbers, it's going to be... Everyone's going to run with that 1 AK. Or whatever variant. That's the current meta.
Yeah, I don't know anymore. I know they nerfed the SMGs because they were like long range, near miss, like laser pointer.
Oh, I remember. Yeah, the bison looking one.
Yeah.
And you can still be a Battlefield 4 fan. Enjoy.
I like Battlefield 4 a lot. 3 and 4 were pretty much the same game. 4 made it slightly better. Bad Company 2 Extremist.
Oh,
I love
God,
that
yeah.
game. That's the most hours I've ever put in any Battlefield game. Bad Company 2 was my jam as well. I think everyone knows that Bad Company 2 is the jam.
Destructible environments.
Kinda.
Well, I mean,
They were blueprinted collapses, but it was still really cool. Like, take out 7 walls, the place will collapse in this fashion every time. which was still cool at the time. I mean, it wasn't Battlefield 4 or 3 collapsed level stuff, but at the same time, it's like it didn't need to be, you know?
Exactly.
It had enough to carry its own weight. It was cool in its own right. Fuck, it was awesome. I'll tell you what, if we ever get enough people, we'll just have all of you Bad Company 2 people go into a game with us.
I
We'll
did
just
enjoy that.
Pile up a server with all of you degens, and we'll just fucking destroy everybody.
I know Sonny's big into it.
Oh, Sonny's been going hard. He's already like level over 100. He has the anti-material one-shot rifle they had to nerf. It was like four-shotting tanks with like reactive armor at one point.
Yeah.
And I was like, all right, cool, but not really. At the same time, I hate armor people, so it's like, eh.
Oh, then you despise me.
I don't mind it when I'm in it. I just hate the fact that almost every class will run into like some armor and be like, well, I have no chance now. There's nothing I can do. Now I die.
I mean, but the issue is they'll swing the exact opposite in the game, and then everybody will be running around with something excessively anti-tank. Like,
Yeah.
oh, everyone's got a big rocket launcher.
I mean, unless you're on the losing team, then they don't know how to adapt, so then they just lose anyways.
Fair. I did appreciate when people were saying, oh, it was the worst launch ever. I was like, did you ever play Battlefield 4 when it first came out?
Every Battlefield sucks when it first.
Yeah, the launch is always shit. And there's something fun and endearing about that. I'm still a TF2 fan. And I respect that one janitor
Let's take a moment.
who was still running.
It's an
it.
eye break time.
What?
Someone redeemed an eye break, so about 20 seconds looking away from the monitor.
Looking into the distance. How dare I cross the streams?
You better not be reading chat, that's the screen.
Oh, damn it. Damn it, Gummy.
Alright,
All right.
we're back.
And yes, it is. TF2 is a bloody mess, and I still respect that janitor who keeps the lights on.
Never played much TF2. I was a Star Siege Tribes guy, so I went up with all the Tribes games. Until Hi-Rez bought it. Then no more Tribes games.
Oh yeah, you were really big into rocket jumps and all that shit.
I love Star Siege Tribes. And
What about the rest of Star Siege?
I never actually played any of the other Star Siege games. I heard it was kind of like MechWarrior in a way. Hi, babe.
Hi, Gummy.
Hi, Gummy.
Hello, Psydoc.
Because Gummy's here. Now it's just gonna be me with.
Sorry, we're discussing dinner plans.
Aww. Earth Siege. Is that like a random Star Siege, or are you just being a smartass? If so, I appreciate it. If not, I appreciate it.
Yeah, she's poking fun at me because I keep missing her messages in chat. I'm like, I can barely watch chat as it is. You want me to look out for a specific name? You're crazy.
Size failing too, and he already submitted it.
If you donated more, Gummy, then we
Yeah,
would
if
see
you
it.
donated more, we'd see it. No, don't do that.
Yeah, but it's-
Yeah, that'd be terrible. We would be losing money every shot.
Gummy,
Let's see.
Gummy.
Super X mod tries is amazing. But now we're trying to crack him. Yeah, that's really cool.
Any good dinosaurs games coming out?
What's up?
I was asking Gummy if there's any good dinosaur games coming up.
Any good new dinosaur games coming out soon, weirdo?
So Art has a modded map.
I said
coming out.
good.
It's based off of Nordic mythos.
When is
Okay.
Arc 2 coming out?
Fuck if I know. I have been not keeping any sort of attention to it. I've been paying attention to the modded maps that they've been releasing.
Oh, nice. Dino Run, I guess.
Dino Run is a thing.
Dino Run.
Pack Titans is doing a lot of updates. Beast of Bermuda, I'm actually on a server that's doing a bunch of mutationist time period.
Oh, cool.
Do you want me to keep going? Because it's gonna get...
No,
Okay.
you can go away now.
I said good games.
Psydoc said good games.
Good games.
As in, he asked about
Not
good games.
Arc.
Not Arc.
Wow! Why do you...
Why do I have to be so right? Well, it's a curse.
Give her the mic. I'm not giving her the mic.
Gummy is a great dinosaur fan. I always ask. Oh, like one of my favorite has to be like. Oh God, it's a favorite, but I forget it. The dinosaur park one.
Parkus. What?
Parkosaurus.
That one's fun. It's goofy.
It's cute.
I like that one too. Sorry about that. I'm still Battlefield 3
For evolution.
stand. It's a really calming way to end the weekend. Thanks, man. I enjoy doing this as well.
Yeah. Oh, I guess I could do one, and then you could do one with the eye break. Could do that. I don't know. He's the station manager, and putting me in charge generally does not go well.
Alright. Okay, we got a Didax in 95 said, I have to say this is the best stream to distress. Thank you whoever had the idea to set
Well,
it up.
thank you.
Well, I mean, I don't know who set it up. That's crazy. It was a team effort.
Oh, no, I mean, if we're talking about who originally suggested the stream do it, it was all you, man. I just tagged along. I credit where credit's due. It's like, you've done the station manager role, man. I would also give credit to all the Foundation members who have done a great thing about regularly streaming and keeping things going. No question, but you started it out of spite, and I think that's one of the best things. What? Shut up. I'll get it going. Now you get to prove it. Stop hassling text. When is Rob getting the Vice? Diggs, are you talking?
No, one sec.
Okay. I don't know if we're big enough for that many different roles. I know Rob and Belge are like totally huge Foundation, like really instrumental to keeping the schedule going and making some great series. But what I think doesn't really matter.
Yeah, that's very true. The downside is if I give Gummy the mic, then no one's going to want to listen to me, so I have to be greedy about it and not let her on the microphone. She actually used to stream on when I was, my main account is Digs, D-I-G-I, or Digi, D-I-G-I on Twitch, so twitch.tv/D-I-G-I. When we were both playing Ark heavily, that was the first time I ever tried streaming. And me and her got like, at the time Ark was pretty new and pretty like, people were interested in it. Very buggy mess. We had like 30 normal viewers and people who'd come back. It was kind of awesome, but at the same time I found out streaming wasn't for me, because if I'm talking to her or the chat, then I can't play the game effectively. And if I'm playing the game, like focusing on what you gotta do to focus to stay alive in Ark, then I wouldn't talk with chat. And I found like the struggle to keep up with both sides wasn't really fun for me, and it was ruining my gaming experience. So I stopped streaming a long time ago, just because it wasn't really for me. And now it's like once a week, or once or twice a week with a buddy, it's way better than just kind of like trying to solo it. I can never be a solo streamer.
That would be a lot of work.
I respect everybody who's trying to make it work out there. I know a couple people in chat are stream here and there. I suggest you all check out their streams. Cookie said he was doing Slay the Spire and some Undertale. I know Confused was playing a lot of Receiver too, which is a really weird, you pick a gun and go shooting game. I don't like Bulk streams on his, Fragnatic, he streams on his own.
Exile does some stuff, I think.
I'm not gonna talk about Exile.
Okay, fine.
Just because you're gonna be PL doesn't mean I gotta support you.
Fair.
Oh, let's look up here. I have to say, this is the best stream to I already read that one. Thank you, though.
Guys, very kind. Thank you.
Did the week treat you too? The week treated us great. It was a very relaxing week for me. I've been spending a lot more time trying to get comfortable with my own house for the first time, being cooking more than I used to, since I used to cook a lot, and then I stopped for a while because I was just working so much. I get home and I want to cook, but now we're like, I want to try cooking. I want to make, like this morning, one of the things I wanted to share is this morning I woke up before Gummy and I attempted to make her a nice breakfast. Attempt means like I got most of the way, then I bumbled, so I made her some hash browns, I made some toast, cooked up a whole bunch of bacon, and then when I went to make eggs, I forgot how to make eggs properly because I never did it on our new stove, so then I ended up burning eggs, and then I ended up having to redo them, and I made one successful egg before she woke up. So I had to I wasn't able to put together a breakfast we could both eat at the same time. It was just, she gets to eat her turn, then I'm going to attempt more eggs. I didn't do scrambled. She does over medium. I do sunny side up, and I really need to spend money on some new good pans. I think my pans are just all warped and bent from overuse and time. They're not quality either. But yeah, we'll figure that out. It was just good been cooking for her more because she works hard herself. She works harder than I do for sure. My hashtag not good about YouTube. Which one is Rob getting the vice manager position? Rob is. We're hoping to kind of give Rob less to worry about. Rob has a lot of stuff that goes on in his life. He has a wife and a kid he takes care of, and a lot of stresses throughout the day. And there's a lot of stuff the management needs to do to kind of stay on top of things. Because if you guys think we're busy now, which means 3 to 5 streams a day, we haven't even opened up WBPL 76 to the whole Legion yet. Right now, it's, if you notice it, you can attempt to be part of it. And within the next few weeks, we're going to be opening it up with an application to be part of WBPL to the whole Legion, which is going to cause another big wave of people. And right now we have a couple weak areas scheduling, trying to make a system that everyone can read well and kind of figure it out. And then having the managers, we already have a manager from Australia, and we have one from the UK who's going to help us with the time differences. And
we have more than one manager.
Oh, well, no, because I'm the station chief. I'm not the manager. My title is essentially I'm the guy that's going to say yes or no to everything. That's mine. And then if I have any questions...
Oh, and it means something, because...
Yeah, it means something. And then if I have any questions, I can go to Tex, or I can confront with the other mayors. Now I'm on the mayor thing.
Mayors?
The other managers. So our current manager to BPL right now is Bowser, who is the cream of the crop, the rise of top. I wish every manager was as good as that guy. Dedication. He teaches other people how to use software to make their streams better. From OBS to DaVinci editing software classes, he just does it the kind of his heart. And he also helps people get set up for streams, change titles. He's the most dedicated manager I have, and it's amazing. And Foxy is an Excel sheet master. His whole job, I'm not going to dox him, but most of his job is trying to schedule people for training exercises and stuff. And he's in the UK, so not only does he get better coverage on a different time zone, but he can also help set up and recruit people on like European time so we can get more European shows up. But he's also putting together a whole system for us to better track and manage time slots on the WPL 76. So that's a whole nother work.
Wow.
And then Zinthar, who streams, I believe he just streams a little bit of Corekeeper at the moment, but I think he's going to swap his... Ooh, I found some cat prints. Currently streaming some Corekeeper if you caught him super early in the morning or late night based on where. He's from Australia. He's a manager. He's just helping with the time slots at the moment and trying to recruit people, but we're going to find more things for him to do. And Rob, Rob's in the same time zone as me and Bowser, so Rob is just a really good streamer, a filler, comes up with great ideas and content, but he's been going through a lot of hardships recently, so we're trying to minimize what he's required to do, because family, if any of you watched his State of Decay stream, you'd heard that his grandma died recently, and that's been rough. So we're letting him kind of take a few days off until he feels better to get back to streaming. He hasn't streamed in a little bit since he streamed a little bit State of Decay, but he kind of backed off of his other projects for the moment. But everyone wish him well if you see him. So that we're supposed to have a meeting on that this weekend, but it didn't happen because new managers around the world. It's kind of hard to come up with a day and time that we can all meet. We need to go over our current blanket stance on one raiding or hosting or auto hosting or collabs with non-BPL, because essentially this channel is not really supposed to become let's network out and become part of a group. This is just the BPL doing BPL stuff. So if Bulk ever wanted to do a co-stream with watch Bulk stream or Fragnatic stream or Haunted stream, and someone's on WPL who doesn't usually stream on their own channels, I mean, that's obviously okay because we're supporting other Legion members, but we're not sure. The difference is the people in the BPL kind of adhere by a rules and guidelines code that we all agree on. So it's easy for us to be able to go we know we can do stuff with this other person because they're in a Legion and they have our kind of beliefs and our guidelines and we know them. But to find random people online that it's oh yeah, this person raided us with 20 people, so we should raid them back. It's well, we can't just raid them back for that because we don't know what goes on their stream. Is it BPL Is it something our people would enjoy? We try to keep on the same brand or wavelength for people who would collab with. So it's kind of up in the air at the moment. Love the BBQ's community. Oh yeah, Twitch wants us all to join teams and network like crazy and grow as a group, and we're nah. I mean, you can come watch us if you want. If you want to support us, you can. Other than that, it's either you enjoy what you do or you don't. End of the day, man, this thing is freaking huge.
All right, there's gotta be something other than talking shop. What else?
What is there? Talking stupid. Team stupid.
We can talk stupid. It's a relaxing state.
But yeah, we're just relaxing. Let's get off the business side.
Yeah, no more business.
We're a pirate UHF station, exactly right about Castle Bowser.
I love that movie.
The Weird Al one?
Yeah, Weird Al UHF.
Dude, did you see the trailer for the new Weird Al movie?
Oh god, yeah, it's good.
No, the new Weird Al movie.
Yeah.
Are you talking about the Frodo one?
The Frodo one?
The one where Frodo plays
yeah,
Weird Al?
yeah.
Dude, I'm excited, really.
I'm excited too. I laughed. It's just wow, I wasn't aware Weird Al was that physically fit.
Oh, dude, dude, you have to play the accordion. You can't be a slouch, all right? I think that's how it works.
Gonna take your word on that.
Use the Irish butter, get the eggs, get those farts out. Copper pan. Scheduling, the scheduling has become a bit of a problem because we actually schedule so hard. We schedule so much in a day that we sometimes come to the point where we realize that we're back to back on streams, and Twitch doesn't like when you're back to back on streams because then suddenly it thinks it's the same stream that just went down for a second. So it's hard to gauge numbers because we are watching, like, we don't really care about the numbers, but we are watching numbers as self-improvement. Like every time we finish a stream, we go, this is the average amount, this is the max amount, and so like if they go back to back, it's hard because it kind of merges into a single number, which can be confusing because there's different games, different hosts and stuff. But when it comes back to it, it's like ideally we want like half an hour to an hour padding between streams, and only because the other day or a couple weeks ago I was watching Tooch stream Kingdom Come Divergence, and it was the biggest, most plot important cutscene of the game, but it's like 40 minutes long. You know, it's a big part of the story. And he was running over in time. I didn't want to tell other people they couldn't do their time, so I had to like, hey Tooch, maybe you can like run the cutscene in a YouTube video for them to make up next time or something, but I got these guys I want to go on. And that hurt me to say, because you don't want to cut someone's time off like that. So I think what I want to discuss at the meeting is if we could somehow have at least a half-hour buffer between streams, just so we can have that little area, so Tooch could finish his cutscene, or the person before can like have time to set up, you know, just so it's not like back to back.
And yes, Canada, Israel.
Canada, Israel. You heard it here, folks, from a real quote-unquote Canadian quote-unquote. All right, Ben, you have a good night, man.
Take care, Ben.
How you doing, Grimmins?
Have a good night.
It's been super fun. Well, thank you so much. It's been fun having all of you out.
PPL highlights. Oh, God. Please, there has to be something more than scheduling.
Yeah.
Please.
I think everyone's just, like, you know, curious about how we run things here. And I get it. I could talk about it for hours. I mean, when I tuned in, like, Bowser and Rob, they talk about it, too. But yeah, we're just trying to make sure everyone has a fair trade without losing too much dead air. And highlights could be cool. I just don't know how to do it. So I think you have to still have like the content. I'm just not sure. We're pretty new at this. This is actually a pretty cool level, though. I like how they do the callbacks.
Yeah.
We haven't even done one whole side. Oh
Nope.
my God! What time is it?
Don't look left. Don't look left.
I'm not looking left. Don't look up.
Or up. Yeah, I will not look up
don't,
either.
don't look up. I was just standing in this clean area.
And don't look at the percentage.
Oh my God. Are we going to be able to... You know what? We have time. You have to go to bed, right?
We got about 35 minutes more.
Alright. Well, we'll try to make sure you have to go overtime. That we don't finish without finishing unless we don't.
Unless we don't.
Moose are not real. Can't hurt you. I come from the land of ice and snow called Canada. I don't think that's how it goes.
Well, I mean, there's a reason we call it Newfoundland.
Newfoundland. The land of stolen
Newfoundland,
things
take my hand.
in my hand.
I remember Tex really liked my horrible renditions of Nickelback songs when I first joined.
We got to 60. Oh yeah, dude. Look at this grass.
Look at this grass. Ted Krunger.
But yeah, it'd just be cool. So what's special ingredient put in a cookie that you don't normally put in a cookie?
I did it all in the cookie.
No. Answer the question. What's
What?
the best ingredient you put in a cookie that doesn't normally go in a cookie?
Macadamia nuts.
You're gonna love his nuts.
Gotta love my nuts. Man, that guy
This guy
ended
says
up in
lemon
jail.
zest.
Oh, lemon zest, sure.
Alright.
Like saffron in that can actually be used, and that's actually quite unique.
Oh my god, Cookie, I'm so sorry. Cookie is saying, I'm trying to do late night SpaghettiOs, but I believe I broke the can opener.
Aw.
You know what? The new SpaghettiO cans have a pull top, don't they?
You can also use a rock.
All the Spaghetti cans, I mean, if you're the normal size cans, I think the big ones don't, but the normal size cans have the pull top where you just pop it up and pull it out like a can of cat food, because that's the equivalent of SpaghettiOs to people. I love SpaghettiOs.
That actually would be so sad.
It's true though. I have SpaghettiOs. Well, I did have SpaghettiOs in my cabinet last week. I think I still might have a can, but yeah, the smaller ones have like the pull cap where you just pop it open and pull it open.
Sweet beans and cookie.
Sweet? That's worth trying.
Huh.
Oh god, the Dollar General ones are the ones that haven't been produced for a couple of years. You get like the special edition Super Mario SpaghettiOs when you go to Dollar General.
Sweet. Yeah.
From side to side. Do the Mario!
Captain Lou Albano.
Alright, the gates are done. That's done. Got this pillar done. You're doing the walkway done. Done, 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 done. Jeez, you know what? We're gonna spend some of this money we got. Liquid clean, multi-purpose. Buy a few of these. Shop. Equipment.
You know,
Pro
Payne,
soap
I know you're
nozzle.
playing Europa 4 Universalis.
Beans in the chat.
No, he keeps popping up on Steam. He's playing Europa Universalis.
Ah, yeah, that's him.
He's busy making beans.
All right, let's see how this works. This is Universal Cleaner. I have not used this on chat or on this game yet. So
You have
here we
not
go.
used the cleaner on chat. Just spray them down. They are dirty. Actually, I don't want to start that conversation. I'm sorry.
It works pretty good. It's not consistent though.
If we get enough money, everybody gets a VTuber avatar.
Mine's close as I can get to it right now. I've talked to Zenith a few times about like making some parts for it, but
Like $5,000. And that's Yankee dollar too.
I mean, it really comes down to what you want. I mean, I know someone who's offering like 2D live ones for like 200, but if you want the full custom everything with multiple modes and full
Yeah, because you need a
tracking-
full Psydoc for me, like a
I
full
do.
Psydoc.
I need every
full.
every time you move your nose, I want the whole build of wiggle. Which you do
I
a
actually
lot.
really liked Mike's. Crow.
Yeah, but that's like a free one that you get on that Animes app. It's pretty good for him. I mean, he's Crow into Crow.
I mean, it works well.
It does. So does Moochie.
See you later, La.
Simulated. La, you have a good night, man. Thanks so much for coming in, all your support. With the soap, I do rinse hand area, cover the surface. I want to wash it down with soap.
Oh, get so.
Soap. Who's your daddy? Soap.
My daddy is not sold.
No, your daddy is a PhD doctor that studied bacteria, digestive systems, and grasshoppers.
That was my grandfather, as the proventriculus phthoptroid insect as pertaining to
You have a lot to live
taxonomy.
up to, is all I'm saying. You better pick an insect and figure out its gut bacteria.
There you go. The fact you remembered that, Diggs.
Dude, I remember... Yeah, I'm retarded.
Like, your geography is just shit as mine, but yes, that is
I
the kind of
remember
detail.
people's details because it's interesting. Your grandpa was very interesting. I wish I could say the same about you. Ah!
Humor.
Humor, haha.
Beep boop, beep boop.
Let's see. By the way, I was able to finagle an opener to get the can open. Speedos are go. Repeat that, Speedos are go. Heck yeah, man. I like the
Nice.
Speedos with the meatballs. I like the basic Speedo
Getting-
meatballs. The sauce with the ones without the meatballs doesn't taste right to me. I need the ones with the meatballs.
He needs the ones with the balls.
I need the ones with the balls.
He needs the ones with the balls.
You got balls, I got balls, meatballs.
balls here.
Balls here.
Oh, bear balls. Ooh, they were good.
You've had bear balls?
Yeah, remember? You sent me to go collect them after I returned from my walk.
Oh, yeah.
The bear balls. Yeah.
Yeah, I forced you to...
You didn't force me as much as
I
like, oh,
heavily
God damn it.
suggested you go get some bear balls.
Did you call them, actually?
Oh, no, I couldn't.
Oh.
I was trying to use my Google number, and I don't have... And apparently Canada's too far long distance from America.
Yeah, local company. They make some very, really good, like, balls, like mini donuts, but a little bit firmer.
Like bear balls.
Yeah.
Just a little bit firmer.
Do you eat the balls?
They are would-be balls. Yeah.
Oh, they're talking about spaghetti. As I was just like, yes, you eat the balls. We're not talking about prairie
useless
oysters.
fact, as you might remember, is important numbers. The numbers count 5 minutes through. Heck yeah. I never used to knowing the gestation period of an elephant is 22 months, but I can't forget that I'm tired. Okay. You know
Kingdom,
what?
phylum, fast, class, order, family, genus, species. I don't know why I fucking remember that. I shouldn't swear.
Why not?
I have to eventually have a professional.
I'm sure the doctors swear. Just not professional.
All the fucking time.
It's lupus.
It's never fucking lupus.
You ever had a case of lupus?
Have I ever worked with... Yes. I mean, have I had lupus? No. Have
I didn't think you would, no.
Have I seen someone with it? Yeah. They had the prototypical... They call it the malar rash, or a butterfly rash.
Do butterflies come out of your rash?
That would probably be the only cool thing that would occur if that was true. Lupus is the great...
Equalizer.
Well, I mean, that's kind of death and cancer, but it's more like it can occur in many things and do many things. But look at me, I was harassed about talking shop, and now I'm talking about my shit. No.
How dare you?
Well, I'm a quack.
He quack. He quack, they quack. The Malort rash? Ugh. That comes
Oh,
out.
God.
That comes out a
The
different.
Malort rash. Aww. Diggs, what do we say about you using ladders?
No, it's the big ladder. The small ones are fine.
Yeah.
These ones don't actually. So the big one lets you plop it anywhere, which means it can launch you anywhere. This one's static placement, so we're okay.
Oh.
What am I seeing here? That's
The worst part is, oh, I'm the CT. I was like, you're in a CT scanner using your phone? Well, good for you.
That
There goes
seems
Letty
terrible.
Reed. Yeah, that's not going to go well. Stop moving. Hold your breath.
With this funny TikTok.
I honestly don't know what a CT scanner would do to your phone if it was inside of it. Probably nothing, but I don't know.
I'm not sure either. I have no reference on the amount of the different radio waves that the CT scanner uses.
Well, my favorite thing about getting someone ready for radio contrast dye is like, okay, when we inject this, you're going to feel like you're going to pee. You're probably not going to pee.
Do they actually have to pee, or is it just a
No,
feeling?
it injecting the contrast, and where we inject it actually gives a kind of an intense feeling to, like a warmth going through the body. I've had one before, and it makes you feel like you want to pee or poop.
Oh, it's
You
like
don't have
to. You just ran. What if they do though?
Well, then suddenly they'll be no longer having to pee anymore.
Oh, cool.
I mean, happens. We're humans. Sometimes
Suffering
we pee.
demands humor.
Oh, I mean, yeah. Dark humor, and that humor is you have to have it to survive certain things. Stress test injections. You mean like cortisol?
Yeah, like they just pump you through.
We're just gonna slam you with cortisol, see what happens. I mean, we can do that for tests, but it's like
testing like heart attack limits. I don't think.
so. I get that would definitely be a concern. Certain conditions are that you actually do have to have regular injections or at least treatments for it because cortisol is very important.
But I don't want it.
If you don't want it, you will die.
Oh no. I wanna live
It's
more.
part of the system of bears
A
chasing
down?
you. Get away.
Oh, fear response.
Yeah, it's a part of that.
You know, Deputy was saying he was having some cortisol issues.
Well, that is very common in anybody that is. Well, I mean, the guy's former military, former like current cop, former firefighter, yada yada, like all the emergency services.
Sounds like he's built to live in the fast lane. Is all I'm hearing.
No, like he's life in the fast lane goes great until your body goes nope,
Nope.
and still
Don't
positive.
forget to look at the eclipse. It's the
supportive
eclipse
guy.
tonight.
There's an eclipse. What's it being eclipsed by? I want to hear more about the eclipse.
Oh, it's not for a couple hours? Can you
Relative to what
verify?
place?
Oh no.
But
I'll look after the stream. Apparently it's
What?
in a few hours, I think.
a few hours from when?
From the future. Now, later. I mean, I guess that's where you are, right? Where it's like, I mean, obviously, location on Earth matters to eclipses.
Our Earth continues to move.
Stop crying about the Earth. It always moves.
Whenever people talk about things, it's like, God damn it. And yes, I was thinking the exact
Hey,
same thing
Master
about
Mayhem.
now. But when we're going to be then? Soon. I'm not a smart man.
How many assholes we got here anyhow? Well, we got like 70 people, so you know what, guys? 70 people is a pretty big milestone. I just want to thank you all for giving us your time and energy. Everyone who's watching right now is just like, you guys realize that if we ever receive like 100-ish people per stream, or I think it's 75 on average over the course of like your hours in a month, that's partner level. We might get a fancy little check mark by our names one day. I know Rob kind of joked about it. He wants that check mark before Christmas. On the way we're going, we're probably going to get there, considering a power washing stream is sitting at 70. I think we were up at like 76 at some point. And while like that isn't really a goal for us at all, just the idea that like we were able to get to that point, you know, we're like
Well, thank you.
a month and 2 weeks into this thing.
Yeah. The fact that anyone shows up is
Yeah, really.
appreciated.
And you know, I'm going to point this out there. A lot of people, and I'm just going to say this, guys. A good amount of people, especially from this stream, have reached out and asked about, hey, Legion, how get in, all that stuff. And you know, you get the basic answers like everyone else, like, oh, it's out there and this. But right now, it's really not. If you caught it in one of the BattleTech videos that wasn't the last one, that's been the only like entryway access point for a while. It's gonna change. I'm not sure when. Tex is legitimately trying to take things a little bit slower these days. He's been trying to do like a rules for the Legion rewrite for over a month now.
Oh shit! I was supposed to write that.
No, you weren't. He's supposed to write that.
No, I thought it was probably like what my job was, though.
Oh yeah, that's everyone's job. But he's been trying to do things less hands-on. So things have slowed down on every part of the Legion when it comes to that stuff, because he wants to put the new application out there so we can start fresh with a new batch, and along with WBPL out there, another way we can like kind of direct people, which would be nice. But until, I mean, the upside is Tex is relaxing. I mean, regardless of what he says, he is finding time to relax, and he is taking care of himself and playing games with Legion for no reason. I mean, you catch him on here once in a while because he just has time now, and it's nice. The downside is, though, the productivity and the drive on the back end of Legion's a little bit, you know, waiting on him to do things. And none of us are going to say, hey, Tex, can you hurry the hell up? Because that kind of goes against what we've been trying to push on him for years is to finally take some relaxed time. So we do apologize for anyone out there who has been trying to get in the Legion for a while. If it's recently you applied or over a year, just know that like the list is there. You guys will be the first one to know when the new way is up. So they'll give you all a big boost and to get in, at least have a head start on how to get in the future. So I mean, don't be discouraged. We're just trying not to rush our big man techs right now with anything.
We have some amazing people that are going through the applications that are there. They are doing a very good job.
This guy named Psydoc doing really good.
I've done like a couple, but I'm talking more about Zenith and all of and Frank and those who were actively doing it as well. It's we're getting through it. We do, of course, do it an initial screen, or I do it. The idea is like, hey, there's certain buzzwords. No.
Yeah,
I'll give you one that you can slap me on the nose for saying. If you mention your IQ or how intelligent you are, you've kind of contradicted your statement of how intelligent you are.
I mean, I'm not going to hold that against. I just think you're kind of full of yourself. So, like I said, I've mentioned it before, anybody, in the future, when you apply. Well, we want you to essentially just share with us why you would be a cool guy to hang out with or enjoyable as a person. I don't care how much money you got, what you do for life, what your fetish is. Like, that's definitely, don't fucking put that there. Whatever it is about you that makes you a down-to-earth, relatable person, just be likable. So when you fill out that thing, just go answer honestly to best reflect who you are. Don't try to use anything like praise or buzzwords or this or that. Never mention that you're a high tier on the patron, because that just makes it seem like you're trying to buy your way in. I mean, it's that kind of stuff. It's like Texas only ever let one person in the Legion from the patron, and it wasn't even the patron. It was one very selfless act for Tex that got them in the Legion without going the normal route, and all the mods agreed with it. So it wasn't even like against like the way we do things. It just went an alternate path. But that was like one guy in a very specific situation when Tex
but he
was
still
going
had
through a
to
bad
apply
time.
though. He still did the whole interview.
He still did interview. We all checked it. We all said it's cool.
Yeah.
But
So it
like,
didn't bypass any of the things. He just
Just here's the two things to watch out for. This is the most ignored people. One, if you fill out your application and you're being sad, depressive, boring, if your answers are like, okay, tell us about a typical day, it's like I wake up, I go to work, come home, I game, I sleep. You have told us nothing about your life. The more open you are, I'm not saying dump your luggage. I'm just saying, like, what is interesting about your life? Tell us that you're not boring. What are your hobbies? Something. Do you like game? What games you like to play? What you're into? Do you play D&D?
don't just say I'm boring. I am not interesting, because you know what? After reading 100 of them, we're just gonna go. Yeah, I'll believe it. Next.
Fill it out with a positive mindset and on the idea that you're trying to tell people why you are someone they would like to hang out with. And I'm not saying like come up with like, oh, I can eat 100 hot dogs. I mean, that's pretty cool. I'm not gonna lie, but
That will get attention.
that will get attention.
Like one guy got attention from me because he kept talking about how great his hair was.
That guy is in the Legion.
And he is now in the Legion.
There was literally a guy who got on Psydoc's radar because he brought up his glorious hair multiple times.
And I'm bald, so I took offense to
Yeah,
it.
he took offense because he's bald. But like, think about it. Like and his other answers were still good. They weren't bad, or he wouldn't have got like. But that's the kind of thing you get noticed. I'm not saying like try to be the unique unicorn, but if you got something you're proud of, like you've built 5 replica Darth Vader, or not Darth Vader, like Death Star Lego orbs in your life, and you have a funny story on why you did that, that's probably going to draw some questions. Like, we want to find out what was the story. Oh, we got a farter.
What?
Imperator Lizard.
Oh,
Subs for second month. Thank you so much.
Diggs
for the
is
2
bringing
months.
his lizard colleagues.
I'm not a lizard. I only play one on SS13.
Uh-huh.
Are you playing Alien on SS13?
I do not. Alan Probation is the greatest human. He is very much human. He's a horrible human. And that's why I love him.
He's so good. It was. I legit was in the room, a voice chat with Psydoc, and I was like, wait, he talks about his hair a lot, and during the interview he brought up his hair. I was like, I'm not gonna feel very good about this guy unless you get him a picture of his hair, because you can't.
And I felt
brag
uncomfortable
about
that, but
and
I agreed with Digs in the end.
I had to have Psydoc understand. I'm not asking because I'm trying to get it like personal information. Him taking that extra step to show us his hair, you know, without really a second question or guess, because he talked about it, showed that he was already community minded. That means he is willing to do fun and weird shit to be part of a community. And that's all it took. Like, I was like, you know what? I was kind of iffy on his answers, but the fact that he was like comfortable enough to like send a picture of his glorious, as it was glorious, long.
I went down to lower back. Yeah.
It was this well taken care of, long, straight, like dirty blonde hair.
And then he made the comment immediately after. He's like, just so you know, I'm a guy. And I was like, you win. Good for you.
Yeah, that
you
was
put
the
it in
thing,
text.
I
Yep,
even
thanks.
said, I was like, that's the kind of hair that you have guys checking you out, and then you turn around, they go, oops. But like that's the weird thing. I'm not saying like hair is gonna get you in. Just that's the kind of stuff that sticks out. Like if you're gonna make out a weird claim like my hair is amazing, and that catches someone's thing, and then you're willing to like prove it, that means one, like you're not being too shy or private. You're in this for like the community, and you're already doing goofy stuff with us. Like sending in a picture of your hair to like prove that you have this amazing hair is a good way of me saying that you're probably going to engage with this community now.
Also a rider on that. It is okay to be shy. It is okay to be quiet.
And bald.
That it's okay to be bald. I'll keep telling myself that. But we will encourage people to try to be brought in and to express their interest. And if a person is berating you for your interests within reason, yeah, that's a problem with that Legionnaire, and we'll take care of that. If it becomes
Besides,
your only
we
personality,
don't advertise to the Legion what you filled out on your interview, by the way. So they get a pretty much unfiltered version. When you join, sometimes there's some meme cannons and people make fun of you or point out or blah blah blah.
yeah, you're a new fuck.
You're a new fuck. But then you jump in the voice chat and you get to know people. Then you find a game. Like some people jump right in and become immediate members. Some people hang out in text chat all day and never talk to anyone. And they realize, why did I get kicked? I was active every day. It's like, you never jumped in voice chat. Well, I'm shy. I'm like, well, this is a voice required Discord. If you don't like to talk on voice, you're not part of the Discord.
You need to. It's 30 minutes a week. You spend more time in the toilet.
That means like they'd have to. It's not a week. It's a monthly. It's an average of. It's a total of 30 days of activity that you just have to have.
We changed that
2 hours.
again?
Well, it's not. It was never weekly. It was just every month.
I gave it as a standard value of every week. You spend more time on the John.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
That's what I was putting in context of. It's like you don't have to actually do it, but it's like on average. And you're right. I said that incorrectly. I'll agree to that.
Well, the only reason I was correcting you is because if you say it's like you require 30 a week,
right.
then that means every week you're like, oh shit, I'm not going to get my 30. I'm going to get fucked. It's not. It's not like
no. It's not hard to reach that value, honestly.
And then understand if you come in and you're like, oh, I can totally do 2 hours, and that's all you ever do and think it's bare minimum, we notice those people and they don't last in a Legion either. Because why are you part of a community if you never engage with the community?
Few rules lawyers who tried to skirt the rules.
That's a big one too.
The big rule of don't make us make new rules just instantly, or be a good spaceman. Those are like the primary rules.
You get
Those get
bonus
applied
points
to
from
anything.
A couple of us if you play SS13. Hint, hint, wink, wink.
Oh, so kind of speaking on that front, it's a little bit a change. My parents have adopted my magpies. They are now named
God.
Cashew. because they love cashews, and now they get premium cashews from my folks.
Jesus, can I be cashew? I want cashew.
I know. I was like, jeez, man, you're getting cashews?
Mom, you never even bought me pistachios. Like, you're not worth pistachios.
You're not worth it. The magpies are.
Does this call you walnut? It's like our peanut because it's so cheap. You're
Oh,
best
God.
peanut.
You're dollar store peanuts.
Oh,
Can I at least get Mr. Peanut or whatever?
No.
No.
Do you get
dollar
salty
store.
nuts?
Great values. And the nuts are
Salty's
spelt
nuts.
wrong.
Yeah, it's got newts.
Newts.
Salty
Newt,
newts.
newt.
Newt.
No, I don't want a salty newt.
Why is it? What? No.
A salty newt. But yes, keep going back to that. The guy, I loved how for a while I was like, we don't want you, I don't think you should be feeding them as much. And now they found so much interest in the magpies that they're now buying them like luxury nuts. And they're now named, I used to call them Mags, no, now their name is Cashew. And the magpies like my parents a lot more now because cashews are nicer. I said, if you bring me shiny things, I'll do it.
Oh, so they were giving them for free. You were trying to get them to be trained.
I'm just a believer. You gotta work for your luxury.
I'm with you. I'm with you.
As much as I would appreciate the basic Amazon lifestyle of Amazon home, Amazon diet, if you want extra luxury, you gotta work for it. Wow, that's almost political. I apologize.
How dare you? You to ruin the sanctity of this stream.
Yes, the sanctity of
Your
this stream.
lies and magpies and jives.
Lies and magpies?
And your
I'll do a stream
jives.
called Lies and Magpies.
Alright, it's gonna be a... What kind of show is it? Is it a like spot the difference show where you're just trying to find birds in the background?
Huge man.
Huge man.
Huge man.
Guess Huge Man will be next week.
Maybe. I don't know.
Maybe.
I don't know what people
What
are talking
time
about
is
with
it?
Huge Man. I can. I can
finish
go
this.
for another 15.
We
or
got
18.
this. We got this. We're so close. We're at 99%. It's these walls
Okay,
here.
we'll finish it up. Yeah.
It's just these walls and ceilings.
I know it might. I'll have to run it by the station manager of the group, but one of those multiplayer comedy dating games would be kind of fun to run with the right group.
But like the Monster Prom ones or whatever?
Yeah. But it has to be that, and it has to be kept somewhat classy.
Oh, fuck. Good luck.
No, what I mean by somewhat classy is just not. It's not going to descend into a fur pile or whatever.
You're weird.
Yes, I am weird.
It's
Thank you.
monsters. They're half the monsters are furry.
Oh, I say it now, but suddenly who's going to be the one that's just like, hey, stop talking about furs.
Me.
You, Mr. Bear.
I don't have anything against them. It's the, when it's
I
the
know
only
you don't have
topic.
anything. Exactly. I just don't want it to become the sole topic.
Hey, we're doing
Yeah.
this. It's like, if you... God, if I swear, if anyone that tries to join the league just said if, unironically, they'd be out. Just saying. Just throwing it out there, guys.
Oh, yeah, I don't say anything.
Don't rile the furries.
Yeah.
We try not. See, the cool thing about our members is that we have plenty of furries, but all of them know that that's not their personality. They're not just a furry. They're Gates and Canute and probably others I don't care
Canute,
about.
really?
Canute, yeah, he's
No, I didn't know that.
He even has like a dog mask.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, I mean now you have to know that. Haha.
Good for him.
Okay, I think
It's like
just the
all
ceiling.
things in life. Have balance.
Be more than your fetishes and yeah, be more than your fetishes.
Unless your fetish is not having fetishes.
Unless
Then
your
that's just
fetish is
confusing.
hating other people's fetishes. I know a couple people with that one. Wait, what are we missing at this point?
I don't know.
Oh, wait. This floor is not pure. There we go.
Oh,
Gloves.
bench, tunnel. Oh, I get it now.
Oh, bench. Bench. There it is. Bench.
Tunnel light and uplighting ledge. What the hell's that?
Oh, it's
this
the
thing I hear.
inside. Tunnel light. Is it tunnel lights? Yeah. You You might have to climb the ladder for the... Here's one of the tunnel lights. Okay. No, it's here. It's inside here. Up there. Yeah, you see it. Alright, you got one more. One more. Where is it? Up light edge.
There's a ladder.
Hey!
Ah!
We did it.
73.
73. Your work has been signed off. Congratulations.
Wow.
Look at this. This is going to be awesome. That took a while.
It did. But yeah. So really much circling back to the idea is like we don't care about the fetishes for that. Now, if you want to make the occasional joke about it or make slights at yourself, that's fine.
Oh, tech in some fursuits is really cool. I mean, people with enough money, the art they put out in the world is pretty amazing.
And if they make their own suit, that's incredible.
Like, that's awesome. Let's go through these messages. Perhaps you'd like some interest statistics about our railroad systems while you work. Caldera City subway system is built using 16 million bricks. If you were to pile them up to the top, they would extend a staggering 2,137 miles into Earth's atmosphere. That's only a tantalizing 236,718 short miles of the moon's surface. That's okay. Construction began on Muckham's Cadillac City branch line in 1920, funded by local businessman Wilbur Force Thrust. Nice. Who is keen to provide efficient means of transporting his workforce to the city and to his thriving cattle ranches. It was first unveiled by Mayor Jeff Jefferson X, who tragically passed away the same day from an accident related to the station's substandard construction. Subway was reopening and following expensive repointing in 1923 by Mayor Jeff Jefferson the 11th. It's closed again until the following fall after a shock revelation that Wilbur Force Thrust has been using to funnel train trucks full of stolen money out of town. Money was never recovered. The subway remained closed for another 30 years until community funding allowed for its renovation. It ran until 1984 when the main tunnel's extensive repointing finally failed, thankfully the dead of night. Your work has been signed off. Congratulations. Let's just take one more. So we have a fortune teller's wagon. I think we can do that in like the next 12 minutes.
We could see it and start.
Yeah, we'll give it a shot. But it doesn't seem like it. We can't. The Uncanny Franny. Check out my new wheels. Everyone says I could talk the hind legs off a turkey, so I'm joining the traveling foregrounds as a fortune teller. Got the name, and now I got the ride. Picked it up from an old lady at a bargain price online. It was the only bidder. She wasn't happy that she said it cursed me if I didn't pay her in the going rate, but it's not my fault she didn't set a reserve price. It's not like she even looked at after the wagon. It's covering everything and everything you can imagine. Imagine the fairground is pristine, so please help. This should be quick. Sounds pretty dope.
I love that idea. Like, Spara Fusil is interesting going to Dragon Con and with all the pics and that. It's like, if you make your own stuff and do that, amazing. We are a supporter of the weird and wonderful talents.
I have nothing against furries. Like I said, if it becomes your only personality trait is the only time I ever have a problem with it. And that means like every time I talk
The
to you, it's furry
sexualized
this, furry
versions.
that, or the sexualized stuff. No one in the Legion is allowed to just go straight off on being like a fucking kinky piece of shit. We will call you out and tell you to stop. Tex wants a fun, weird gamer stuff, not your fetish handout and shitpost place. So if you do get in, you think it's okay to talk about your whatever, just make sure
You'll
read
get
the
one warning.
guidelines. You'll get one warning, a 2-week kick, and then you're out. And if you're still a trial member, you might not even get that. But we do try to keep it's either you kind of like fit in and can kind of conform in a way, Like your additive humor and ability and fun is added to our collective, like the Borg. But if you're so different, whoa, we got a pie flavored donation.
What? I like what kind of pie?
It says, if you'd like to make a call, please hang up and try again. If you need help, please hang up and dial the operator. Do. Nice.
Well, thank you. And what's even great is you don't actually have to like everybody in the Legion. You don't even have to necessarily get along with them. You do have to be civil, though.
And you have to be able to recognize when you're doing something wrong. Because everyone...
Yeah.
Because a lot of people in Legion are people who were like, hey man, you're being a little bit something. But they were self-aware enough to realize what they were doing, and they were able to fix it. And now they're great Legionnaire members.
Totally.
We keep going back to Legionnaire members.
Yeah, I know. I apologize.
We kind of like this place.
It's
There is a culture in this place that is hard to find anywhere on the
bacterial or
internet.
fungal.
It's definitely a bacterial.
Fungal culture.
Fungal culture, yeah. Where it's
Yeah,
fungal.
it just grows on you.
Never comes off.
You gotta scrape it off.
Scrape it off.
Scrape it off. Scrape it off.
Ooh, ooh, ooh.
Gnome. Oh yes, gnome check. God.
Find the gnome.
Yes. My one job.
Your one job.
Yeah, my one job in this game is to... Ooh, sign. No, gotta find the gnome. ADD, turn off.
I wish. God, I wish it was that easy. I cannot find what's going on with this table.
I'm gonna admit, I do quite enjoy my, I often enjoy the ADHD. I enjoy the hyper-fixation moments. Chase the dopamine, baby.
Baby, ooh. There we go. Beautiful door.
There's the gnome. Door?
It's a nice door you cleaned up here.
Door's not here.
Door's not here, man.
No, you mean. I can't find the gnome.
If you can't find him, he'll kill us all.
That's about right.
Or Zenith will.
Well, I mean, Zenith just constantly threatens that.
2 world wars. What the hell was that?
I shot down the coconuts.
I didn't know you could do that.
Yeah. Coconut. One fell out, and now I'm pushing it around. Well, you're doing all the hard work while I'm looking for it. Don't know.
I'm trying not to make you go past your time, so I was trying to focus.
Okay, but someone wanted to know.
Oh no, get the gnome. I'm all
I can't
for
find
that.
the gnome.
But we have to find the gnome.
I know you got to. I gotta have my tools.
They hide places, like probably up in the Ferris wheel somewhere. Yep, there he is. Red cup.
Oh,
Ferris
there he
wheel.
is. Yeah, good eyes.
I was figuring he couldn't be on the Helter Skelter again. That wouldn't be very cash money of the devs. But the Ferris wheel, oh yeah.
Door.
So what name did you apply with? I just want to look it up.
And you're gone. And you're gone.
God, that
And-
volcano's getting a bit rowdy, huh?
Rowdy.
I wonder if when they release the game, that volcano would go full out, like recut,
Oh.
like cover more.
That's how they reset everybody's account
Yeah.
or like
You
their
have to redo
progress is.
everything because the volcano.
Volcano. I think that actually would be a cool title.
That's a cool move.
I would love for hardship. Shipbreakers to be
Multiplayer? Dude, I know.
or co-op.
That is a... Dude, that's... I wanted to let you guys know out there. They know Mrs. Sniper. So, Psydoc's been playing a little bit of car mechanics sim, and I thought that would be a really cool game to move into. Imagine, like, car sim in multiplayer, like someone working
hell
on an
yeah.
engine while someone's repairing brakes, etc.
It'd make it so much easier.
It would be, because it's so, like there's a lot of tedious time, and you could, if you had someone doing like the other stuff, it'd make it so much less tedious. And I look online, and it's just never been in the plans for them to make that a multiplayer game. I'm like, guys, you're missing gold here. And I'm fine with single player games. I have no problem with it. I prefer them. But man, that is such one of those games where you can just totally zone out and make cool cars with your friends. I mean, ugh.
And I can be taught where the hell a fuel pump is.
Ralphie, stop. No one cares about your pants penis prison. You're the only one screaming that. Stop. This is the Black Pants Legion. He does. That's like his main thing. That's like Stacker saying, he doesn't sound like me, except every chance he gets, he has to remind us that his pants in particular are penis prisons.
Okay. Stop.
Stop. And on that note, here's Wonderwall.
Bye-bye.
Joins a pants-based cult.
The Black Breeches Brigade.
You know, that they'd probably be a pretty good fight.
It's a pair of black pants from the Duluth Trading Company, is it?
Yeah, Duluth.
Is that
Very
the
good. That's the ones
the
in
actual
text line.
pants
I believe so, yes.
before you broke his toe?
Breaking his toe had nothing to do with the pants.
Are you sure?
It was
You're
a
not
dominance thing. I had to make sure I was the top dog.
Poor Tex.
I went and visited Tex and broke his toe. Like, legit. And then later on, I was laying on, like, the cot next to where he was sitting, and I flicked his same broken toe.
Oh.
Not even joking. I flicked it right. It's still, he has it up because it's hurting because he broke it. And I go, oh, look, your broken toe. And I go, flick. And you see him go, ha! Just lean forward very slowly in a lot of pain. And I was like, you know, I was trying to pretend to flick it, but my bear-like instincts have caused me to cause you bodily harm.
And of course, he's going to be the polite host.
Yeah, he didn't. He's just like, oh, it's fine, it's fine.
Okay.
And then he proceeded to, like, get me some hot chocolate and bacon
Yeah, he's just...
with a broken toe, because he's that kind of guy.
I totally do want to come down there, but I'm... Oh, that was something somewhat related to that. I did get a formal
Apology.
request from one of the higher-ups at the school saying, we are deeply concerned that in each one of the courses, because we're a unit-based course, you have managed to get one injury from each one of these. Please do not die due to our program. Sincerely.
Oh my god.
And I just laughed. It was just like, oh, thank you. Because, yeah, now we're getting into neuro and the rest. I was like, no, there's not as many cures for those.
There's electrical paddles and some probes. And all your brain problems go away. Are lobotomies still a thing?
So, a frontal, there can be lobotomies. It is a life-saving procedure. It is done for those who have severe seizures that need to be silenced. Otherwise, they will die. It is not the best option, but if they are just prolonged or constant seizures that are causing overall harm, then yeah. It's not ideal.
Dang.
It's not, we're going to do as minimal as possible, but...
Just gonna go in there and scramble up where all the seizures coming from.
I mean, the other opportunity is the person just dies from it, so...
Okay, good argument.
Yeah, no, just the old classic, like, we're going to do it for your personality, and that is like, I would be horrified to hear that kind of procedure would still be considered. Like, you wouldn't even think that happened in, like, the most horrific criminals. I couldn't even see that occur.
They won't be a criminal anymore. In fact, they won't even be a person anymore.
There'll be something. But I'm just saying, like, if that won't even done on like some of the worst criminals that we would even consider the death penalty for, no.
That's nuts.
Yep, medical ethics. We're happy we have it.
Medical ethics.
Why does it take so long to develop a cure? Because we have to be ethical. We want to be good.
The overall be good.
You gotta be good. Even if you can't always do no harm. The second part is do good. There was a Mad Men episode about the wife gets a... when was Mad Men? Was that like 50s, 60s? Not 60s, 50s? Or was it 40s?
I've never watched it personally. I wanted to, I just haven't got around to it. There's only so much you can do in a day.
'60s. Oh, okay. Are we sure it's the 60s? Starts in 1960. Wow. Yes,
So it's
I
the
would
early
also.
60s.
I would be a liar to say that was not treatment, and that there has not been incredible progress in psychiatric and medical ethics since then. I hate to remind people, and speaking from a Canadian connection, MK Ultra. I think the last time that was 91. So let's just
Mortal Kombat Ultra?
Oh, honestly, Mortal Kombat's more ethical than some of that shit trial.
Yahtzee!
Toasty!
Toasty!
No, I like the idea. He's so old he yells Yahtzee. Yahtzee!
Yeah, that guy probably is old enough to yell that.
Noob Sabat, Tobias Boone.
No, Sabat wins.
Oh, there's so many examples of. We're not going to go into that dark stuff because that's not the purpose of this. But we've also had some absolutely amazing discoveries. Let me look at one I just recently did.
Yeah, hit him with your best shot.
FGF 23.
Now you got him doing homework at home.
Look up the enzyme Clotho, KL. I'll spell it in chat because I forgot I have that. So, MDMA, aka X, aka ecstasy, is currently being trialed for its
Depression.
effects. Could be for depression. Ketamine is the one that we're doing for depression specifically, but we're learning a lot about it. But the Clotho gene and the enzyme, it's so interesting. It is literally one of the, since it's relatively newly researched, it's going to be like, the savior of all things, but it's really goes into our understanding of aging and cardiovascular aging. And we actually, on mice, managed to hyper age a mouse by having 2 copies of this gene. No, sorry, by not having any copies of this gene.
But we can... oh my god.
So we found something that is super important into slowing certain aging processes, potentially. Again, mouse model is not human model, but it's like even exploring why does exercise improve your cardiac risk or reduce your cardiac risk? And it's
I knew that exercise would kill me one day.
It seems to, if I said it my way, it seems to actually be one of the big regulators of why it does. And it's just like, holy hell. And we found it because of kidney failure.
That's really cool. So we can super age by removing it. So if we add more, we could de-age or just slow down massively. Like how super drug
depends
are
on
we thinking here?
Who's paying for the drug to be produced.
Oh, so it goes hidden away because fixing is not profit.
No, I wasn't saying it that way. And as much as I laugh when people say that, there are some cases of things kind of like that. But if it was like a universal cure for aging, cancer, like, oh, they wouldn't make money off. I was like, you know how much money and prestige your company and your scientists would get for curing cancer? And I'm putting air quotes that no one can see. A lot. You think Pfizer wouldn't? They'd get so many Nobel Prizes.
Curing, I always thought like the whole point of it was curing removes the fun. I mean, removes the funds.
Not necessarily. This is
have to charge
a
more?
universal cure. I mean, to say a single cure for cancer is like, cancer is a very broad thing. It's like saying a cure for autoimmune disease.
I got a cure for that one.
To declare that your company and you found that, oh my god.
Oh my god.
But yeah, Clotho, pretty cool.
Someone give me some of that Clotho stat.
For you, that would potentially help. But because it's something new, we also don't know how it's entirely regulated. So that means giving a whole whack ton of that would mean, oh, we didn't realize that was connected to your anus. And
My anus grew 12 times as long.
Exactly.
It's like, what did you just say? You heard me.
It's a side effect.
My
And anal
cancer is
leakage.
gone, but now I have a butt tube.
12-foot colon. It dangles.
It's a dangler.
God. A way to take away people's levels. Like, one of the more interesting reasons, relatively recent, and when I say recent, it's interesting in medical science, is the idea that fat isn't just a passive storage organ. It produces its own hormones. In liposuction, you could potentially be making little tiny baby fat cells that grow.
Fat's alive?
Fat is alive.
Oh my god. Fat's the yeast of people.
It's yeast. But yeah, the longest time it was like, oh, fat is just this passive thing that's just storage. There's nothing interesting in it. Nope. 5 Nobel Prizes have been recently awarded for just processing of fat and its implications.
That is actually crazy.
Yep. It's linked to diabetes and all of these other things. Insulin resistance.
They can't call it diabetes anymore?
I mean, it's like saying cancer is one thing. It is
I got you.
complex. Like, we're getting to the point where some of the simpler things we've cured. Now it's like that. Oh yeah, your entire body's trying to fight itself. Oh, that's going to take a while to fix properly. We're getting into the stage of like we're needing to do gene editing.
I'm about to say, like, how far has gene editing come? I know CRISPR has been used to cure some people's cancers. Or I guess assist.
Ethically, I don't know. Unethically, that guy just one of the infamous scientists, doctors, just came out of prison. He modified, I believe, don't entirely quote me on this, 2 children of 2 HIV positive parents to have completely HIV free children.
Gee, that's so
That
cool.
it is, but it was done with some very unique
Experimental moves.
Yes, things that would make you lose your
the
license.
Sith would consider.
The Sith would be like, damn. Yes, the Sith would consider it. Under the tires. Wheels.
Light the fires.
But yes, it's it is filled with a ton of little ethical things, but we need to start exploring some of it.
It's the next step of medicine.
It's a big step. We can regulate it. We can stop people from going crazy and trying to make the next superhuman. Hate to say it, they've been doing that for freaking generations.
The evolution of steroids is not good enough. What are we missing here? We got some wall.
Careful, Icarus. There is a certain point where it's like, yeah, don't get too close to the sun. But on the other side of the coin, you can stop a kid from getting ALS or that. Could be really hard pressed for me to find an argument against it. Now I just got to think of Deus Ex. Icarus! Aquinas told us about this. And hello. It is a pure balancing act.
Max, Matt, is the first time you ever chatted in here?
Max!
You've been on the stream before.
Max! Maddie!
It's Max
Maddle.
Maddiness, or Maddle, as we know her.
My God, jeez.
The endless ball of energy that is the Legion. For good
Maddle,
or bad.
oh my, yeah, jeez. She is the
Coming just
definition
through
of
the
energy.
room. That's true.
She's, yeah.
One of my favorite people, personally. Maddie is my D&D gossip girl. Any
Agreed.
Any weird idea
Hello?
I have, build-wise. Hey, Maddle.
Who brought you in here?
Turns out I still have access.
All right,
hey,
you're gone.
Everybody. You're
gone.
We're actually, yeah, you're fucking gone. It's against the rules of joy, Maddle, but in this instance, we're about to end. I'll allow it. Everyone, this is Maddle. She is the Legion's little sister. She is our
Very much
proud
so.
baby
And
girl.
Daddle.
And Daddle and Mommel.
Yeah.
And the endless ball of positivity and energy in the Legion, which most people can't even handle because they're so miserable that they have to feel worse around her. How you doing, man?
I don't blame people if they get annoyed by my voice. I do talk a lot.
And she's so self-aware that it's endearing.
Is Maddie the shooty lady? I've actually mostly been in
Shooty
that's
lady.
shooty.
She played Siege with
She does play that. She plays
on the
Overwatch quite
WPL.
well.
No, she played that on BPL.
I don't watch that.
I also used to play Intruder with Dex.
Actually,
Oh, I
I'm
remember
actually going
that.
to start trying to push us to do another SCP in Secret Lab soon. There's been so many updates since the last time we jumped in there. I think it could be a good time.
As long as we don't try hard it. Yes, I agree.
Yes, we gotta. No one's allowed to go there and be like, "I'm gonna win."
I mean, winning is fine, but it's no fun watching someone. Oh, I'm going to be the best shooter ever. Everyone loves me. No, we don't. All right, where's the last piece?
There's actually a few. One of them is bay window cap. Bay window cap.
Icarus.
What's a bay window?
So
cap?
what?
It's
What
what you're
has
looking
Maddle
at
been
next.
up to?
Yeah, but it's not saying cap. This is a bay window. Oh, it's up
I mean-
here.
Well,
Cap
caps
on
are usually
top.
on top.
Top
I've been
down.
up to. I've been doing schoolwork and been trying to finish my intern work, as I'm going to call it for right now.
I haven't asked you about it in a while. Remember that are you still working for that company?
Yeah.
Yeah, we're actually on the route to getting an investor for the company.
Oh, thank God.
Yeah.
On the
Alright.
route, like how on
Have
the
you been
route?
keeping track of all your work privately?
Yes,
So-
I've been
okay.
keeping track of my work.
Okay.
In terms of your question, Sai, it's been hard, like trying to find somebody who will not force us to do something we don't want to do, which is
Fair.
kind of hard. But we managed to find a couple people, and right now one of the team leads is actually talking, and it's been going well. And we may actually get someone on our side, and we also may be doing Kickstarter as
wonderful.
supplementary funds.
Elementary, my dear.
Again, we only want to see success for you.
Well, I'm not letting nobody take advantage of your kindness.
I get that.
But you know what? This is a relaxing stream. What exciting things or interesting good things happened to you this week?
I went to a Greek festival actually.
All right, what you?
I got a freaking gyro. I freaking love
A
those.
gyro? Oh,
Yes,
A
I got
gyro? No, I like gyro because I call
gyros
it
are great,
gyro.
too. I know, yeah, I know.
Yes.
Gyro.
I always get correct no matter what I say. Euro or gyro or
It doesn't matter.
gyro or.
You like the food. You like the souvlaki.
I like.
Yeah.
We have
the
a
hamaka.
And we got a crap ton of Greek pastries too. Freaking lots of baklava.
balaclava. Yep.
Balaclava.
But here's the best part. There was somebody there selling like mini bronze stuff from Athens.
Whoa.
And I got two little statues. I got one of the Athens owl, and I also
yeah.
got Athena.
I mean, that's very fitting that you combine the two together.
Well, yeah, the dude selling them was doing like all like the major gods.
Nice.
Like, he even had freaking Hestia and Demeter.
There is a trim somewhere that is not done being clean. A roof trim.
You're looking at it. I think you have. It's probably on. You're probably missing dirt underneath.
Oh,
I think he found it.
got it.
There's two more roof trims. Two more roof trims. What is a roof trim? Roof underside. Roof underside. Sky roof underside. Oh, wait, there it is.
Yeah, there you go. But yeah, the coolest thing is on both. I believe each one is written in Greek letters. I think the owl is either owl or Athens. I cannot read it. And the other is obviously Athena.
Very
Yes,
cool.
the Athena owl is fucking fascinating.
Food.
It was like amazing. Meanwhile, I'm just listening to Minecraft music in the background.
It's Maddie the Shooter Lady, and not only that, you can find her on. If you want to look at some old video Maddle was in, she did some Half-Life videos, but she also
I did
did
some
a
Half-Life videos, and I have
all-ladies
no clue.
Valkyrie on Parsec. No, not Parsec. What was that game?
Overwatch.
No, the space one with the multiple portals. Not
Oh,
Overwatch.
I remember that. I forget the name. I forget the name too.
Pulsar.
I think so.
Texted a video called
Zorg's
the
Valkyries, I think.
BPL Zorg's Valkyries or DPL Valkyries, and Maddle was one of them, including Gummy and a couple other of the girls in the Legion. Jumped on and played some Pulsar with Tex.
Yeah.
I rammed into a ship because I was the pilot.
That is the way to be.
That
Where is this last rim trim? Rim trim.
I think Madeline would be great on sensors for the energy and ADD.
I'm not even diagnosed with ADD. I'm just fucking hyper as shit.
Yes, you are.
I'm not Eve. Freaking, I remember trying to play Eve. My ex tried to get me into it. Nope, did not like it. Not my game.
It's not my game either.
Spreadsheets, where the hell's the trim?
Where's that last trim? Psydoc needs a new pair of sleepers.
Apparently so.
It has to be some of this gold, but not.
It's the gold part, definitely.
Yeah,
Or is
but
it that little red piece that's just underneath the...
Might be.
I was gonna say try finger water from underneath on the gold, because sometimes that happens.
Maybe. But usually it would show when we look at it, missing something specifically.
Well, yeah, but it glows gold.
Yeah, I know it's
Yeah.
glowing gold, but we don't have. Yeah, oh right, you're right. We can't
Everything's
even look-
gold!
Oh my god, we can't find it because it's gold.
Bad game design 101.
I'm thinking that this is part of their actual purpose, is to be
You think
this
they made it on purpose?
annoying.
Oh, I found it. It was the middle piece. And I think that's it for Powerwash Simulator altogether currently until the release, I guess. Going through, it's like, I'll ask you to clean my careful under your answer. Hey, why be my first object? I'll divine your past and your future based on ancient techniques of water divination. Let us spray. Since you were someone who used to be wishy-washy, always fitting into one thing or another, but now you have this renewed focus, like a 15-degree nozzle quality pressure washer. Suddenly you feel the need to wash away the sins and malice of the unfortunate. This isn't dislodged moss and muddy streaks, it's almost become compulsion for you, a compulsion that's threatening to take over your life. Oh wow, look at your future, I realize it's quite amazing. I don't want to spoil it for you, but I'm going to be deliberately vague here, but there's a few things you're going to do and see beyond your imagination the next little while are going to blow your mind. I'll go as far as to say it, without you, this entire planet is lost. Hey Doc, how's the wash? I'm back up rumbling rushless. I never thought I'd say this in my lifetime, but the data is off the charts. I'm hoping it's wrong, but she looks ready to blow, and if she does, Buckingham's in real danger. Wagon looks great, thanks so much. An ancient statue for next week.
Oh my god, we do have another. But on that note, I must head off for bed.
We're gonna call it there.
The album link.
I think before we go, I think we all have to subject you to some commercials that we were paid to
I want
do,
a bean
which I forgot
tom.
about.
A bean tom.
Well, we're going to start with the bean tom. We got more
My
in the
brains.
future, but we're going to go through the 2 commercials we have lined up, and then we're going to call it a night. So thanks everyone for coming out and hanging out with us, and
Thanks,
Battle
Battle.
for jumping in, and Gummy for hanging out next to me. And you know what? I hope that all of you have a really good week, and hopefully to hear about your good week next week, same time, same place. And Psydoc might even be on time one of these days. Have a good night, everybody.
Hey there, folks. It's me, Tom Tombadil, of Wide Tom's Bean House. Come on down and try our never-ending bucket of beans. Only $14.99. I've got beans coming out the wazoo. We got bean salad, pork and beans, 3-bean casserole, jelly beans. But if beans aren't your fancy, we've got a full burger bar. Help yourself. Just $14.95 plus tax. Wide Tom's Bean House has a big old burger bar just for you. In addition to the burger bar, we also have a full liquor bar, as well as sports playing on every TV. Call toll-free at 888-WIDE-TOM to book your reservation at a restaurant near you today.
Tonight, only on WBPL 76. 1.5 digs.
Not again.
Follow Tom Tombadil, Digs, and their loving son on all of their wacky adventures. Whoa!
I think you were supposed to turn left back there, you nitwit.
Oh, can it, woman? I know where I'm going.
Join us tonight only on WBPL 76 after the stream.